What up? What up? We live? I think we're live. Let me check everything. What's up, everybody? We back. Make sure we're good. Yep, we back. Josiah got the chat ready, warmed up and everything. Yep, we good, I guess. If you guys are joining us, it's Thursday, Takedown Thursday. We're also on Twitch, YouTube. I think that's good enough for me now. YouTube and Twitch, in case I get taken off of YouTube. I guess I can just go to Twitch. Yeah, I don't have to worry about YouTube anymore. What's going on, everybody? Give me a second to read everything. You know, Josiah warmed up the chat. Funeral rate. Josiah can't wait for no-gi pans. You know there's still no-gi worlds left after that. Josiah says, my birthday is in 10 days, and for my 31st birthday, I want my baby daddy to win. UFC BJJ tonight, you watching, Josiah? Josiah said he might. I'm going to be at training. I'm going to be training. Even Josiah training. We ain't got time for all this. Hello, Snap. What's up, man? We were looking for you yesterday. We missed out. You missed out on a good stream. I was jumping on everybody. I'll try to be good today. I was jumping on everybody yesterday. Just found a new song for my next super fight. I'm going to walk out to that song. Cool. God have mercy on whoever you fight next. The tea's good today, too. We good. Max Hansen, yeah. We'll see. I'm not sure if today. Are we going over the brackets today? Something. We got to look over something today. I'm not sure if we'll look over the brackets or not. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Can you guys all hear me? Let me turn this up. Can you guys? There we go. I couldn't hear myself. Yeah, we had a good live stream yesterday. It was pretty good. Jumping on everybody. I enjoyed myself, though. Hopefully there's no lagging. And if anything happens, go to Twitch. That's what I got to say. Josiah, can't wait for Max Hansen. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, I mean, yeah. We'll see how that goes. We got some Moneyberg today. We got some Zuffa boxing. That is true. He's a multiple-time no-gi pan and no-gi world champ. That's true, but he's been training ecologically. He's been training ecologically, so you know that kind of negates a couple world championships. That's basically it, man. We got some stories and some drama. I think we're gonna watch some old school matches today. I don't know if we have any new school matches, but we'll see. UFC BJJ is tonight. If you guys are watching, I think it's at 8 p.m. or something. I'm gonna be at training, and that's it. I'm gonna be at training. You guys know I don't support UFC. Quan, where are you, Quan? I've been Quan busy with his new house. You busy? What else is there? Something else? Nogi pans. That's basically it. Plus, his leg lock game is better. He worked leg locks for 2 days, man. Come on, Josiah. How are you gonna get better at leg locks in 2 days? That stuff takes years to get good at. I ain't seen Grippo except for the Gianni Rippo. That's the only time I saw him do a leg lock. Helena won't fight Sarah again at Nogi Pans. Why do you say that? They went different weight classes. I knew that. Anybody could have said that. Anybody could have told you that. Helena, because she knows she's not going to win without them leg locks. She's sick. Who, Sarah or Helena? Helena made a post. Let me check that out, bro. Let's go see. Helena, don't worry. Josiah said he's going to pop over there, and he'll take care of the animals for you. He's going to take care of the animals for you. Don't worry, Helena. You can rest with no worries. He going to feed the pigs. Wash the dogs. Feed that. walk the birds. What are you going to do? They're both signed up at middle. He just said they're sick. Helena's sick. Helena has a dolphin and a swimming pool, I bet. She definitely got a dolphin leotard little suit. She's saving that just for Josiah. She got the dolphin suit for him with little dolphins on there. Jason says, for $1, name another match on UFC BJJ tonight besides Mickey. I can name. You want me? You got Andy Murasaki versus whoever he's fighting. You got Mateus Gabriel and Carlos Enrique. You got Samuel Nagai and Kennedy. You got Alex Enriquez versus Cassia. I think that Andy Varela fighting somebody. Sadler? I don't know. Now, I'm not going to watch those matches. None of these people are worth me missing open mat for. Nope. Well, we definitely going to train. Let's go check out Helena real fast. I want to see if she's okay. Josiah's worried. He told me to check on her for him. What the heck is going on? Give me one second. I'm over here messing up my tabs up. There we go. What else is up? All right, let me close that out. There we go. All right. You guys can't. Thank God you guys can't see what I'm doing. Josiah, we gotta get you a female to be obsessed with. we gotta find the female Grippo for you. I don't know if there's it is Helena. Helena is female Grippo. Who else could it be? I don't know, somebody. Let's see, Helena. Oh, we gotta go snooping on some people's stories. Actually, I do this stuff for you guys. Ooh, remember that guy? Let me just give me 1 second, everybody. I'm trying to find Helena for Mr. Josiah. That's not Helena. That's the ADCC guy, referee. Now he's got some Helena-like hair. I had a female. Okay. All right, Josiah. Let's not go too in depth on that. All right, Josiah. Well, you know what? That's on brand for you, Josiah. That's on brand for you. Dante Leon, you better train Max Hansen. Shoot, where's Selena at? All right, let's get back to our thirst traps. Josiah is going to compete in Unicorn Worlds. Where'd she say she was sick at? Oh, there it is. Oh, Helena, no. Who gave it to you? Who gave the sickness to you? Let's read. It says, throughout the years of training and competing in Nogi, I've always preferred wearing matching. Oh, wait. That ain't the right thing. Where'd she say she was sick at? In her stories? Helena, she built different. she is built different. She just built different. She built different. Isn't it in her stories? IBDF posted it. Let's look at her stories first, and then we'll go to IBJJF. There it is right there. She's so awkward. Josiah said he likes her. Unfortunately, I won't be able to attend IBJJF Nogi Pans this weekend. I just had a competition in Washington a couple days ago, and on my way home, I developed food poisoning and fever. I couldn't go back to training right away, as I usually do. Knowing that would affect my strength, cardio, and overall performance, go out there, girl. You okay? I decided to sit out this one. I wish everyone the best of luck competing, and all the best. She could go out there, Helena. Just go. That's actually part of your training. You got to compete while you're sick a little bit, not feeling optimal. You got to compete while you got nagging injuries. You got to compete when there's death in your family. You got to compete when there's life in your family. You just got to keep competing. You got to compete when you ain't got no money. You got to keep competing. You got to compete. You need to compete even when you did everything, Hoffa Mendez. You done everything. Keep competing. This life ain't going to slow down for you. Keep competing. Look at Megaton. You think Megaton's still competing? Now, he shouldn't be competing, but he's still out there. So, I'm tired of people saying, I don't want to compete. Blah, blah, blah. Excuse. I want everybody competing. Go test yourselves, people. Otherwise, you get people on the internet thinking they can do stuff they can't do. Josiah, we talking about Helena right now, Josiah. In adult, yeah, he competed at adult division. He fought Andy Murasaki. Why did they do him like that? Keep competing, people. Keep doing something, man. It's okay. She's better. She's not optimal. If you only compete when you optimal, I mean, how is that good for you? Because you ain't never gonna be optimal. Cole Abate even fought Megaton old enough to be these guys' grandfather. Megaton old enough to be Cole's grandfather. Helena, Balea, some guy, we had a white belt in the live stream. I hope he's here. He's like, who's Balea? He didn't know who Balea was. I was like, bro, the guy that's announcing all the videos, all the tournaments. He said he only knew who, Is that you, Jade? It wasn't Jade Duvall, somebody else. Does Megaton know the leg lock game? He's old, bro. What old person know leg locks? Outside of, about to say Ken Shamrock. I meant to say Josh Barnett. He said, I'm not sure who Balea is anymore. It was Balea. My man got an existential crisis over here. LOL Snap says it's possible to compete optimal. This don't do nothing the week before. Oh, nah. You still gonna be you still gonna stub your toe. Something's always gonna be off, man. Your neck gonna be tweaked, elbow tweaked, knee tweaked. Something always off a little bit. Unless you're LOL Snap, who's a Cuban experiment. I'm saying for regular human beings, bro. Don't worry, everybody, because Helena's got her seminar. The next day, right after Nogi Pan, she got her seminar, which she's going to be healthy for. Carlsbad, New Mexico. All right, if you guys over there, Evo Jiu-Jitsu. She got a ton of seminars. Go get that money, girl. Get that money. Woo! She charging some $100. She making some money. All right, get that money, girl. Yeah, seminar is kind of a young person's game. They called me the Cuban Missile Crisis. Cuban Missile Crisis. Balea says, Alec, are you an Echo player? No, I'm kind of anti-Echo. I think, you know what? I think I met Greg Salters, everybody, a long time ago, before Ecological was a thing. Because he was staying at an Airbnb with my friend. So I met Greg Salters. I met him back then. This is before the fame and all the ecological money. I'm anti-ecological. But, if it works for people, go ahead, man. I'm not buying into it. Yeah, Gianni Grippo's he's using ecological. You see how that's helping him. LL Snap says, if I ever see that guy again, I'm going to ask him, where is his Tesla charging station for jiu-jitsu? Balea says, Cuban Missile Crisis. Cuban Missile Crisis is probably the greatest nickname next to Balea. Because when LOL Snap goes into your school, it's a code red. Code red when he walks into your academy. Actually, I got the wrong thing up. Let's see. All right, Josiah, calm down a little bit, bro. Calm down. Calm down.
We're going up, 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 it's our moment. You know together we're going.
Josiah. Yo, they love Helena. I'm happy for it. I'm happy. The girls, they got now is Helena a good role model? I don't know. I'm hoping she stays a good role model. Helena, stay on a good path, Helena. But I'm happy the girls, especially the young girls, have someone to look up to. Code Blue. I thought it was Code Red, maybe. Jay Duvall says, according to Robert Drysdale, he said the Ecological was around years before Sodders. Yeah. I mean, Sodders was a regular dude. Where do you think Sodders came from? Out of nowhere? He was a regular dude. Balea says, okay, real talk now. What's the greatest and powerful Moneyberg saying today? Well, we do got a little cartoon with Mr. Moneyberg. You know what? He had his feet out. We're gonna pull that up next. Did you guys? I've been waiting to see his feet this whole time. We're gonna look at Moneyberg's feet, everybody. Come on, let's all go watch Moneyberg's feet. Josiah says, since Helena is sick, maybe Adele can dance with Sarah Gaval. Adele says she ain't competing at IBJJF no more. Balea says they did Echo at AOJ, but they call it specific training. Yeah, we've been doing that specific training this whole time. And you know what? They weren't charging you for that knowledge either. Ecological bros, they always trying to sell you, bro. Whenever somebody trying to sell you, Jason says it might be tough teaching seminars as women. All the creepy jiu-jitsu guys are lined up to roll. At least that's what they say. But honestly, for her seminars, it's going to be more females, more women, and kids. So she's got a good market. So when you guys be scaring away all the girls, there's a good market for the ladies, man. Adele, Fionn, Helena, they can bring the ladies out. It's just you guys be scaring the girls away. Josiah, you scaring all the girls away. Josiah scare everybody away. God dang it, Josiah. But yeah, it's cool to see. The girls the female jiu-jitsu participation is growing. All right, Josiah, calm down with the no-gi pants talk. Okay, you gotta calm down a little bit. You calm down a little bit, okay? I know you riled up. I know you riled up, man. Calm down a little bit. Helena got a different spats for every day. It's okay. We know. I'm just saying calm down a little bit. I thought that was a rash guard. Those aren't rash guards? Those aren't rash guards? Those have been leotards this whole time? I thought those were rash guards. Blaze says, who do you all want to see Helena face? Who's number one? Sarah Gaba. I think Sarah and Helena tired of fighting each other. Honestly, I want to see Gabrielle. I know Helena probably not going to win that. Helena going to get smashed up. Bia, Gabby. I don't think Gabby got anything for Helena. He's going to take a honey pack before he goes and watch Pans. Not named Sarah though. Yeah. I think, did she fight Bria St. Marie already? We need more girls. Maybe a Funegra girl. Oh, the Funegra is kind of small. Who's the girl that beat Cassia Mora? That girl was really good. At Rolls this year? Yeah. They fought at ADCC. Yeah. Brianna St. Marie. Brianna St. Marie. Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't know they fought. Did I not watch ADCC? Well, Helena went to the finals. Helena versus Cassia. Cassia's a little bit smaller though. You got to give Cassia some time to get bigger. give her like a year. Bianca Basilia coming back. Okay, what happened to her? She was injured. Nicole Matthew. I'm not sure who Helena. We need some more girls. If I see a dude wearing this stuff in competition, I'm going to cry. Well, Josiah already ordered that. he ordered the leotard without the pants. Oh, she broke her hand training. Yeah, MMA is rough, bro. You know what? Frank Mir's daughter. Wouldn't that be a good match? That might actually be a good match. Or maybe Gigi Canuto. She punched the wall. Oh, the heck? Why did she do that? Well, she's Brazilian. We're not gonna understand why she did that. Yeah, maybe Frank Mir's daughter. That might be a good match if she's not fighting. Yeah, I would like to see that. There's some good girls out there. I don't know every girl out there. You know, I'm not a creeper, so I don't know all the girls' names. Carol, if you're watching this, I got the food from yesterday. LOL Snapchat. Josiah says he wants to see Grippo versus Helena. I want to see Danaher versus. No, I can't see it. We need some more. Who's a good match for her, people? She only competes in summertime because of her scholarship. Who are you talking about, LOL Snap? Oh, Frank Mir's daughter? She can't. Oh, well, they got NIL. She can't compete anymore? All right. All right, Helena. Is she sponsored by Tatami? Or she. Who is she sponsored by? Yeah, who is she sponsored by? I see Tatami, but that looked like a different brand. Is she sponsored by Tatami now? Oh, she is. Let me go back real fast. Tatami's pretty good, you know. Oh, they do sponsor her. I didn't know that. Well, she used to wear some other stuff, didn't she? Was she wearing some other brands? Tatami. Oh, I guess I see Tatami now. Yeah, Tatami. That wasn't Tatami though. Oh, it was Tatami. Oh, it was Tatami this whole time. Well, I don't be looking at her like that. Yeah, that's good on me. I don't be looking at her like that. I ain't looking at this young girl like that. She is wearing a lot of Tatami. You know Tatami likes her because they made some custom gear for her. She was wearing Future kimonos a while back. Yeah, I didn't even notice. I ain't looking at her, Balea. Come on, man. But yeah, it's all Tatami now that I look at it. I want my own line. I couldn't get Inverted Gear to give me my own line. All right. She is sponsored by Tatami, clearly. Claudia versus Selena. Claudia gonna get smashed. She don't even train. LL Snap says no, her dad don't want her to compete, and the wrestling coach don't mind her fighting along. It's not on season. Okay. Where's she wrestling at? Jason says, oh no, after watching this, I fear there will be lots of men wearing this at open mats trying to be different and edgy. Yeah. But all it's doing is creeping everyone out. Everybody, make sure you get the bottom with those pants, the top. So if you get the top, make sure you get the bottoms too. Owners of Tatami are good people. Tatami makes some good gear, you know, bags and gis. You know, it's pretty legit. Especially, I think they're in Europe too. He says, so anyways, Moneyberg is embracing the Hill character now. I mean, that's what he is. He is the Hill character. Let's go look over to, I think, Gordon's page. I saw Moneyberg's feed over there. You know, people be sending me stuff. She stood next to me during a jiu-jitsu event, and I didn't realize how tiny this girl was, and I asked her, why do you wear all those weird stuff? And she just started laughing. Helena? LOL Snap, why you wear all this weird stuff? And her mom makes her wear that. Her mom makes her wear all that. What's Gordon up to? Let me watch.
To impact the pass rush. When we talked to the Cowboys, they said that Dante Fowler's having a really good year. 11th year out of Florida, has been around a long time, but it's been a rotation of guys, and Fowler's one of them. As we hit the end of quarter number 3.
Gordon need to go train. Roberto just announced for who's number 1. We need to go check. Where can I see the brackets at? Well, I know you guys have a qualifier for the Pittsburgh crew. She is a Powerpuff Girl. Where can I? Is it on Flow Grappling or something, Balea? Does the mom tell her how to do her hair? Her mom does her hair. Her mom's the one doing her hair. We're not gonna look at what we're not gonna look at what Gordon's posting over here. We're just gonna go to his stories. Because we already see that. Everybody's short.
Walk like a king, or walk like you don't give a f who the king is.
And I called back.
We know what you meant.
One of the things I've been ringing the bell on for years is
Oh, here we go. We got the feet out for you, Balea. Balea, you watching? He got his feet, his toes out. Did Moneyberg listen to the videos? Balea said he's embraced his role as the heel. When he took his socks off, he became the heel. You know them feet crackled up and rough. The bottom of his feet can grab you. Get off me, Moneyberg. Yeah, calm down, Josiah. Calm down on the Nogi Pans and Baby Daddy talk for a little bit, okay? Calm down, please. So Gordon says, talking business with the great entrepreneur and best submission grappler in the world. Oh, I thought Gordon was talking about I thought Gordon was talking about Moneyberg like that. Moneyberg says that about Gordon. I thought Gordon was talking about Moneyberg like he was the greatest. Jay Duvall says, thank you, Josiah. Jay Duvall says, I think Moneyberger rents his cars just like the rappers do and claim they are owned. I haven't seen those cars moved. Is Gordon Ryan? I don't know. Who knows? Let's listen to it. I just want to see them feet. That's all I care about.
Yeah, I think that first of all, the most important.
Oh no! Hide the feet! Hide the feet! No, sorry, Buddyberg. Hide your feet, bro. We don't want to see that. I hope you guys aren't eating lunch wherever you are. Leave them alone, Jay Duvall, please. Please don't distract Josiah, please. Please, guys, don't distract Josiah. Don't distract him, please. Them feet need to be hit. Put the socks back on, Moneyberg. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, no. LOL Snap, you still going into the basement?
The thing is that it's going to be very unrewarding and very boring for the first
Actually,
time.
I thought they were worse.
Like, there's nothing glamorous. Like, the first 5 years I was doing jiu-jitsu, it was costing me money.
They're not that bad. They're not that bad.
To train to, I had to work a full-time job and then also train, more so full-time. I would train every day at nighttime, 7 days a week, and then work full-time. Went to college part-time. So it's very unforgiving when you're first starting out, but it only gets easier as you go. The main thing is just building a lifestyle around routine and discipline, where you just get up and you do relatively the same thing every day, and work towards a goal. And you start to see that as you get more and more disciplined, you will slowly start to undo the things and take things out of your life that don't push you towards your goals. And this is going to be things.
Everybody, I'm sorry. They didn't look that bad. His feet didn't look that bad, everybody. All right. We have been proven incorrect. See, I'm not attacking Moneyberg. I'm not attacking Moneyberg. I just wanted to see his feet. They look okay. They look okay. His feet are throwing up. I can't say that. I'm about to say that. I was wrong, Moneyberg. Your feet. I thought we were gonna see some something crazy down there. I thought we were gonna see something down there. All right, it wasn't as bad as I thought, everybody.
Goals. And it is going to be boring. It is going to be, relatively redundant, but that's what's required for success.
I think embracing that repetition is a very important thing. A person who understands that, if I'm willing to do, relatively boring things repetitively and build a mastery, of those key skills, then you're also going to have rewards and satisfactions that your opponents simply can't. And I would urge anybody here, for the few of you that might think of
this ruin on the wall, the Shaolin monks. They don't come into the UFC because
our country should be.
All right, that wasn't terrible. Everybody. We were proven incorrect, I know when I'm wrong. I'll admit that. I was wrong. I thought this feat would show, be like something scary, but those were normal feet. Now, they might have been doing something down there. I'm not sure what he was doing with his toes, but we're not going to look at his toes too closely. All right, sorry about that if you were on your lunch break. That podcast putting me to sleep. Hopefully my live stream don't put you to sleep. Whenever you guys get sleepy, I pull up some thirst traps, and that tends to work. The little thirst traps on here. All right, that wasn't terrible, everybody. That was not terrible. Yeah, it wasn't bad. Were we supposed to watch something? No? Okay, I think we're good. We got Joseph Chin over here beating up people. Joseph Chin taking off socks takes time. Time is money. Yeah. You know how much it took? You know how much money Moneyberg lost taking off his socks? More than I'll ever make in my life. Joseph Chin needs to be at Nogi Pans. Yeah, he does. He hasn't really, I think with his visa situation, he can't really stay in America that long or something like that. Who knows? Joseph Chin can't even get in the country. I do want to see him do some of the bigger tournaments, Pans and Nogi Worlds. I don't know. Sometimes your registration be off, If you get your black belt under Craig Jones and Craig not even in the IBJJF, that means some of your stuff won't be recognized. Some of your forms won't be recognized. Josiah, calm down on the baby daddy talk, okay? Calm down on baby daddy, okay? Calm down on the baby daddy, please. J. Duvall says, Moneyberg probably sponsored by Hanes Socks. It's okay. I know you excited. I know. I understand. We also had some more Moneyberg. This is from Mirkatsu. He does the books with the drawings and stuff. He says, I need a world-class jiu-jitsu coach. And is that Jake Shields? Who is that over there? He says, I don't really teach privates anymore. I'm kind of busy. And he says, check your bank account. I'm coming right over. Is that how it goes over there? Check your bank account. I feel like, Balea, how much were these guys getting from Moneyberg? Do you know Balea? Balea might have dipped, though. Chris Wojcik wrote a new book with Kenny Kim. Yeah, I do know Kenny Kim. Yeah, that seems like another sponsorship. I might have to check that out. Another sponsor situation. He says, not bad for a first lesson, A. So do I get my blue belt now? That's gotta be Jake Shields. Well, check your bank account. Yeah, that's Jake Shields. I blame the UFC for having these fighters down bad like this. The UFC didn't pay these guys. Look at that armbar. Look at that armbar. Do I get my blue belt now? Says not bad for my 300th hour with no rolling ever. So do I get my black belt now? He's still doing his armbar wrong. Yep. Ain't that right? Jason says Joseph just won $200,000. The only way he's doing no-gi pants is if his first prize is a limited edition Harry Potter man purse. That's true. Well, I mean, I understand he made a lot of money. I still think you need to push yourself. Am I the only person say you still need to test yourself, push yourself, go fight the best? I'm the only person still saying that. Everybody else, I can't fight. I don't get money. I'm not getting enough money. I'm not getting that. I'm not getting this. I say fight everybody, everywhere. But maybe I'm just old school, man. I'm old school. I'm the new Megaton. Balea says, anytime someone does something wrong in class, I tell the students they just did a nice money bird variation. Oh no, Balea. Balea, why are you roasting your students over there? But that's Jake Shields. I do blame the UFC for not paying these people enough money. And now they over here getting used by Moneyberg, Tummyberg, whatever you want to call him. Congratulations to me. What'd you say, Coach? He says he checks his bank account. That must be nice though. You keep checking your bank account and it keeps going up every time you see Moneyberg. That's like a Pavlov kind of thing. You see Moneyberg, your bank account goes up. He says, yep, definitely earned that black belt. Look at him. That's how Jake Shields was looking at the camera. And same thing with Hoist. Same thing with all these guys. But Balea going after Moneybird. That's some good drawings. Balea, do you have access to a Moneybird rash guard? Because I really want one. I really want one if you got extra one. Those things are hot commodities, apparently. Can't even find that. They sold out. Dang it, everybody. Come on, save one for me. They're on back order. Oh, man. We all... Moneyberg taking over the sport. They sold out like hotcakes. Oh, T.O. Alec telling everyone to go for Pojada. I'm not saying go Pojada, but I am saying test yourself. You know, while you still can. There's so many good matchups we don't get to see. Well, we did see Hansen versus Grippo. Hansen versus Joseph Chin, but there's a ton of good people that are as good or better than Hansen that might not get a chance to fight Joseph Chin just because they don't get the shot. I bet you there's people that could beat Joseph Chin at no-gi pans. You never heard of those guys. There's a guy from Brazil that can beat up Joseph Chin. You never heard of him because his name's hard to pronounce, or he just made it to America. Some of the Brazilians, they do. It takes everything they can do just to get to America. Balea says top 3 pound for pound in the gi right now. Ever? Well, we said right now. Eric Muniz, Tynan. I want to throw Wazinski in there. I might throw Wazinski. Yeah, that might be my top 3 for the guys. Girls, Gabrielle, Cassia, Misa. Nogi. Guys, Nogi's a little bit tougher, though. Yeah, Nikki Rod. I don't know if I could put Joseph Chin in there. I'm going to put Cade. And I'll put Mika instead of Ty. Sorry, Ty. And I'm not going to put Gordon because Gordon, I don't know what Gordon is doing. Girls, Nogi, Adele, Fionn. And I'm going to go Brienne St. Marie over. Actually, maybe I should put Helena in there. Yeah, I'll put Helena. Helena, she top 3 for girls. Adele, Helena, and Fionn. And possibly Gabrielle when she does more no-gi. Jock Gray always called it the usual suspects. It's always the usual suspects out here.
I think LeBron trains the same way they trained in the 90s, and I think it's one of the secrets to his longevity. Let me explain. LeBron takes the first half of the offseason off. He does not get in the court. He just focuses on his fitness. He keeps his body physically ready so that he's within striking distance of playing shape, and then at the end of the offseason, he gets back on the court and plays his way into shape. I was having a conversation with Sam Cassell, and I was asking a lot of questions about how they trained in the 90s. And he said, look, most guys didn't touch a basketball during the offseason. Some of them jumped rope. Some of them lifted weights. Some of them did other forms of cross-training. Their only rule was don't get 10 pounds above your playing weight. Stay physically ready. Stay within striking distance of playing shape. Get to training camp and play your way into shape. The only guy in NBA history who's played more total games than LeBron James is Robert Parrish. He had an article talking about how he did not touch a basketball all offseason. He jumped rope, he lifted weights, and he did kickboxing. Now, I'm not saying you all have the luxury of training like this. LeBron has been good. So for him, it's about longevity. So he could take the entire offseason off the court if he wanted to. Guys in the 90s didn't have 100 Serbian guys breathing down their neck trying to take their spots. The game is global. The game is better than it's ever been. We 10x the money, which means you 10x the competition. We increase the amount of stress and the amount of pressure to train more. I get that. But you do have to understand that there is a trade-off. And so when durability is breaking down and you're worried about health, this is the first place to look. Are you taking any time away from the court, or are you year-round just pounding on your joints, not allowing yourself to heal any of these nagging injuries, not having any time to actually focus on your fitness and your strength and conditioning? So there's always these trade-offs, and there is no right or wrong. It depends on where you're at. What's your risk tolerance, right? Like some people, they have to take major risks with their body just to be good enough to go make the team that they're trying to walk onto. Whereas other people like LeBron, his risk tolerance should be really low because he's already good. So I can't take a risk beating myself up in training and then ruining it. So what's your risk tolerance? Do you have skill as a limiting factor or durability as a limiting factor, and then go from there? I think
LeBron said he ain't talking about Barambolos. Well, he's talking about longevity, but we need that longevity, man. So you're training how jiu-jitsu people don't take an off season or anything, so we got to be smarter about our training. But like I said, that ain't where's the Barambolo? Basketball is definitely not wrestling when it comes to off season. It's you can learn from it though. You can learn from it. Isn't that what ecological learned from? That's where the ecological studies were done on basketball players, I believe. Listen, we got to learn from different sports. Learn from the other sources, people. And Jason, that's not a Barambolo. It's okay. You can learn. We can watch. I'm trying to be like LeBron James. I'm trying to, have a long career. Even though, we got another story. Let's see, Brian Ortega. I think this just came out a couple days ago. Was that still up? Yeah, we're going to start looking at other sports too. We can't just be looking at Barambolos all day. I bet you LeBron can long step past like a champ. Yeah, well, I don't think we can even hold his leg. LeBron James is strong and fat. Yeah, you trying to grab his leg, he just pulls it straight up into the air. The high leg, high leg out of everything. Can we watch this without getting in trouble? I think we can. Hopefully it's on Facebook. Where's the sound at? Oh, there it is. Can I zip it up? There we go.
It was the first time in my career where I passed out. I went into a 30-minute coma. Yeah, I was cutting weight, went into a 30-minute coma, woke up in the hospital, and they said, yo, Aljo's still ready to fight you if you're down. I was like, what? Ripped everything off in the ER. I can speak Mandarin in China, but I just kind of signaled like, yo, take all the IVs out, everything. And from there, got an Uber, rushed to the weigh-ins, weighed in. And then I even spoke with him. I said, yo, bro, I just came out of the hospital, but you spoke with Aljo? Yeah, but I was like, I'm going to show up. He told me they had a backup But I was like, bro, like, I'll be there. I'll be there. And that's kind of what it is. You know, you just show up and, you know, embarrassment isn't, it's a feeling that not too many people have, you know, discovered. But it's something that we pay the price for going after our dreams, you know?
What comes next for you now? Last question. What comes next for you now? You taking some time off for a while? We're going to see you soon.
No, I took a month off. I'm already jumping back into training. And we're looking for a future venue here. And we're talking about a potential move up to 55. And now we're just looking for the opponent.
Anybody in mind? Somebody that makes sense?
I can't say nothing. But it's going to be dope from what I'm hearing. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate your time.
You hear this murder? Nobody could win.
It was the first time.
But Leia said you about to hit 100K, 1K subscribers. You about to make some money. Do a giveaway to break 1K. Moneyberg socks or Gracie coins. Yeah, maybe I should do a giveaway. The only thing I could probably give away is some Iron Horse stuff. Gracie coin. Who wants to buy $1,000 coin? $1,000, $600, whatever, however much the coin is. Yeah, maybe I need to do something for the 1,000 subscriber. Yeah. Well, you know, if you go into a 30-minute coma, okay, you shouldn't be fighting anymore. Jason says, what athletic commission let Brian fight one day after being in a coma? That's crazy. We're gonna read some comments, and I want to see. I don't know his financial situation, but usually goes back to the UFC not paying these guys enough to the point where they're gonna kill themselves to not lose that money from the fight. Belay says subscriber number 1,000 gets a video shout out from DJ Farmer, a 3-hour video from DJ. Belay, the only person that asked me about DJ Farmer. He's still around. He's still teaching something. All I remember is I did DJ's class a couple years ago, and I swear to God, we did one roll. Everybody was upset. We did one roll because DJ was talking the whole time. He was talking the whole time. He talked the whole time. We were like, everybody got upset because we only did one roll. It was like before a tournament or during a tournament. Belay says 30-minute coma and still had to fight. Well, that's the American way. You can't. Well, Belay is Canadian, but that's the American way. You can't take time off because you're sick. You still got to clock in. I'm gonna have to write you up, Brian Ortega. You were late by 30 minutes. I don't care what your excuse was. We gotta write you up. And HR is gonna have to talk to you. Says that. It said that's like when they killed RoboCop and made him wake up to go to work. That's America right there. That's how we're gonna be in America. That's how we are in America, Balea. Oh, you sick and you about to die. You still gotta work though. You can't even afford to get off work because that's the only way you're gonna have health insurance. He said, DJ, my man, DJ, bro, DJ. He says, my ATL OG crew, some of the best dudes I ever met. They still around. You got Matt Daniel. I don't think Bobby V's still around. Ryan Elson, he's not really around like that. DJ. Yeah, we don't got too many OGs like that. Kenny, Damian. I'm trying to think of who else you wouldn't know. Jack Ray's retired. Belay says, in Canada, we can take a day off if we get our feelings hurt. Dang. In America, you take a day off. Well, you fired. Well, don't come back. JH says, yeah, Tracy is really pretty and she seems cool from interviews, but you never really know how she is. Who are you talking about? Tracy who? Ed Kennedy. Ed Kennedy's still around. Paul Creighton's still around. Yeah. Sam Joseph. Most of those guys, Paul Creighton's got his own school. I'm not sure what Ed Kennedy's been up to. He was still training a little bit. Sam Joseph got his own school in Buckhead. So a couple people still around. Hurricane Harvey. Yo, Pat Harvey. Pat Harvey retired and he started racing bikes. Bull Shaw, he's somewhere in Columbus. Yeah, that's who I that's who I started under is Bull Shaw. No, I know all those people. They all in the win. I know all those people though. Yeah, they all Bull he's still working with the Army Rangers or whoever he's working with in Columbus. He's still around. Yeah, that's who I started with, Bull Shaw. Marcelo Garcia, you ever met him? Me or Balea? Yeah, bro. I met Marcelo. Of course I met Marcelo. You don't know. My coach is the one that gave Marcelo's coach his black belt. You don't know who my coach is. My coach is the founder of Alliance, so Marcelo, Fabio, Cobrinha, Lucas, like all those guys, Tedade, Leo, and Ricardo Vieira. That's how I met Balea. Michael Lange. Tarsis, whoever else. Bernardo, Gabby. That's how I know all these people, man. Let me read a couple comments and see. So when you guys are talking crap on me, he says, I won't flag you. Don't worry. When people are talking crap to me, I'm like, man, I've been around, not as long as Balea. Balea been around for forever. Balea been around forever. Balea been around since Tijuca Tennis Clubby. Balea, you know my man Adam from Paragon? You must know Balea. You must know Adam. Well, you know Bull. Did you go to Brazil with Bull? Why are you asking personal questions, bro? I met Marcelo back when he was at ATT. That's okay. So he left New York and then he went to ATT, right? When he lived in Florida for a bit. Then he went back up to New York. It says, Balea and Jacare once entered an NHB ring and almost fought LA boxing. Was that in Georgia? Who were you guys fighting? It was different times back then. People, they had the NHB, no gloves, Bull over there slapping people to death. I can't imagine prying Bull Shaw, though. That must have been terrible. Woo, bro. Prying Bull Shaw must have been a nightmare. He says, 90% of these people on this stream are white belts. I keep forgetting. And you're just making up names now. White belts, don't even let them fool you. These people don't exist. Holiday fight party? What kind of? Yeah, people used to dojo storm. That was before me, though. That was before me. People were dojo storming. Balea says stayed at Bull Shaw's house for 2 weeks back in 2000. What kind of house was that? Were there fleas in the house? Bull, Bull was wild. I remember Bull didn't have a car, so he just rode his motorcycle. Mushmaster, ask Rahadi Ferguson about Bull Shaw. He'll tell you some stories. Him and his dog, yeah. That dog lived for a couple years. What was it? It was like it wasn't a Rottweiler. What kind of dog was that? It was like a black dog, right? It was a big black dog. Rahadi and Bull used to fight all the time. So me and Mushmaster go back even farther. Our coaches were fighting. Our coaches were fighting. He says, then Redoom showed up and cleaned house. Balea says, I got Rahadi and Bull purple belt. Wow. Yeah, that's my first coach, man. That's how I learned half guard and butterfly. Now I only learned 2 techniques from Bull. I only learned a Kimura. Balea got all these Balea, how you got all these VHS tapes? Nobody got a VHS player no more. We can't even play the videos no more. Rahadi's 15 minutes from St. Peter. Yeah, Rahadi's he's somewhere in Tampa. He says, check this video out. Rare footage of Alliance Atlanta. Yeah, let me go check that out. Rahadi was an animal back. He's still an animal. I guess his kids are the new animals now. You think his daughter will go to the Olympics, Mushmaster? Let's see. Hopefully I'm in the right account. All right, here we go. Smashing Machine. Oh, I didn't see that. We might click on that too. Rahadi Jr. can win. Oh, wow. Where's the video at? I've definitely seen it before. Did I spell something wrong? Balea, where is it, Balea? Fernando Tedede rolling with Jason Mayhem. Yeah, I forgot Mayhem used to be there. Yeah, I forgot Tedede was there. Mayhem was there. Yeah, all these guys. That's before me. that's before me. Link not work. Oh, the link's not working. Fernando. Oh, type that in. I misspelled Mayhem. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is before me. This is before my time. Rahadi is still a beast. He does the open mat in Ybor City sometimes. All right, guys, you're going to see my old gym before I was there. Blair, I didn't subscribe to you. There you go. Sorry, sir. This is before my time, everybody. I was not. I was still a little kid. That's Tedede. Is that the Krugen ski? I got to get one of those Krugen skis. This is Tedede. This is like prime Tedede. Rahadi's still good, stronger than most guys I fought. Lloyd Irvin was there too, a couple times. The drag out. Oh, okay. There's Muhammad.
This one?
Yeah, I know a lot of these people. Or Abdul, I said Muhammad. Abdul, yeah. Abdul, who else over there? He was like a 70s karate guy over there getting crushed. Is that you, Balea? That's not you, Balea. That's not you in the corner. Who is that with the goatee? Olympian strength is different. Yeah, judo strength is different. Is that you, Balea? That ain't you, Balea. Oh, you're filming? Okay. Who was that then? Yeah, we used to have this tarp thing. I hated that tarp. I think that's Jacare in the corner. Or Tavinha. No, that's Jacare. She's still a teenager. Bald guy was Armando. Yeah, Armando. Bro, some people I forgot, bro. Old school Thursdays. Jacare's North South felt like 1,000. Yeah. Jacare had all these little, he used to love like the bread cutter, baseball bat, stuff like that. Leo Vieto was in the blue. I mean, the internet was slow back in those days. You didn't even know who these guys were. You didn't know who these Brazilian guys were. They're like, man, that Brazilian guy is tough. And not knowing that Brazilian guy won the world championships. I think today they won, was it 99 or 2000? 2001 he won. Baseball and paper cutter, yeah. Yeah, that's all we used to learn. Yeah, watch these. Okay, guys, I'm going to grab the little pail. Yeah, right. That stuff right there. What Teddy doing? That all that lapel stuff. We were stacked. Yeah. I mean, that's before. This is before me. You know, I was definitely not there at that time. Teddy did lapel guard in 2000. He was doing leg drag, Toriando. Everything the Mendez brothers do, he was doing in 2000. And it still worked. All the back taking, the neon belly. I'm trying to see if I recognize anybody. Some of these guys still training people. So when I talk about longevity, that's what I mean, longevity. Jacare was still training up until his 70s. He can't really train like he used to anymore, really. Nice little rolling back tape. Long step, top spin, yeah. They used to study today. Crab ride, butterfly guard. Oh, that's Leo Vieta. Jacare's beat up on Leo. Jacare tough, man. Whenever I roll Jacare, man, you got to forget he was old. You're like, all right, man, I got to beat this guy up. Jason says, ugh, this pressure looks horrible from the bottom person. I'm going back to Echo. Is that bullshot over there in the corner, Balea? On the right over there? Now, my coach, for people that don't know, my coach was over 300 pounds. My coach was over 300 pounds and strong and big. Nice little cross choke here. That's Mayhem, guys. I forgot about Mayhem Miller. Some of you guys don't even know who Mayhem Miller is. That's a nice little throwback, bro. A nice little throwback. Thank you, Balea. Thanks for keeping those VHS tapes. Check this one out too. Which one? Fernando Teddy never before seen Nogi. Let's see if it'll pop up. Nogi. All right. What's funny is that they hate Nogi at Alliance now. That's the worst part. They hate Nogi now. All right, that's Teddy and Leo Vieta. So that's the Prado. Oh, that's Bull right there. That's the. Actually, I'm not sure. That might be one of the Mason brothers. Is that Bull? That's Bull. That's Bull right there, guys. That's my old coach right there. See the huge guy right there? That's my old coach. He was about 6'3", 300 pounds. He's like the Big Willie over there. You know, they used to wear the little fight shorts back in those days. Comprito was there. Yeah, he had all the, well, you know, the guys that became Checkmate were there. That's Bull right there. Look how big my guy. That's my old coach. That's when he was skinny too. Yo, Teddy, like, get off me, man. Get off me. That looks like me rolling my coach back in the day. Couldn't do nothing. You couldn't shrimp out. You couldn't even take his back. He was so big. You couldn't take his back because your feet be hanging out. Balea got us reminiscing over here. Who else over there? Let me see if I recognize anybody. Yeah, he over there surfing on. There's Mark Skyver. Mark Van Skyver over there. Yo, Bull, get off him, Bull. Bull over there terrorizing everybody. Modern day Paquita. Who else over there? Is that Damien? That's Damien right there. Somebody asked me about Damien. I think that's Damien over there. Yeah, some of these guys still training, man. Now they old. They all old now. You know, that was over 20 years ago, 25 years ago. There's Jacare. I'm trying to see if I recognize too many people. It's a different time period, man. Different time period. Says, where are their gis at? I thought Danaher invented no gi. This is AI. Danaher was like a purple belt back then. Danaher might have been a blue belt. He might have been a blue or purple, but this was filmed in December 2000, right before we all went to Pro-Ams in Raleigh, North Carolina. Yeah, I forgot about the Pro-Ams. So I missed that energy in the gym. Yeah, it was a different time, you know. No social media, you just rolled. You just rolled. There's Ryan Ellison. And people were training, they trained hard for like a little tournament in North Carolina. It wasn't a little tournament, but it was like a tournament in North Carolina. It wasn't no world championship. It was just a tournament, you know, they were just getting ready for. Go plot, yeah. Yeah, it's not like that no more. It's not like that no more. He's like, be all right. Best dudes in the country going to fight for $1,000, and they still making that much money too. They just now, it's been 25 years. You just now making a little bit more over $1,000. Some of these tournaments, $700, $1,000, $1,500. I think that's it's not Chuck Mason. It's one of his brother. It's his brother. What's his brother's name? Thank you, Balea. So I love the bad boy tights. I'm gonna have to look around and find some. Yeah, I think they're still around in Brazil, and there's somewhere in Sweden. Trying to see if I recognize anybody. Yeah, that's Damien over there. Josiah, we know you like that, bro. We know you like that. You like the bad boy type thing, Josiah. Oh man. LOL Snap, when are you gonna start your live stream? I'll send Josiah over there to give you some engagement. Give you that good engagement. I don't think Pro-Ams is where Teddy fought Matt Serra. That might have been New York, something in New York. So they didn't really have those national, there was no Pan Ams. I think there was a Pan Ams back then. There was no World Championship in America. There was no IBJJF in America. All you had was like Grappler's Quest, maybe Naga. Yeah, that's Chuck Mason's brother. He passed away. I'm not sure what year he passed away. He passed away. The guy going, my old coach right here, the guy on bottom, he passed away a couple years after that, I think. Yeah, but there was no IBJJF, there was no CJI, there was no ADCC Opens, or ADCC. ADCC was around, but it was brand new. Mushmaster says, I remember when New York Open was the first and only regional. Yeah. New York Open. They had a Pans, and then they had New York Open. And then eventually Worlds came through, I think 2007. I went to that one. I went to the first Worlds in America in 2007. You know, back when it was affordable to go to Master. Oh, that was Pro-Ams. Okay, never mind. What's Pro-Ams? I thought that was in New York. We might have to watch that next time. I don't know if we're gonna watch that today. But yeah, some of these guys still training, man. Compredo. Some of these guys are still training, bro. I mean, of course, Ted Teday's still around. Jacare, he's kind of retired. He fought Dean Lister. And all those guys are legends, right? All those guys are legends. Today was doing no-gi before it was cool. All right, let me skip through this. If you guys want to watch old matches like this, go to Belea's Ricardo Amandalia. Go to his page. None of this I only do no-gi stuff. Well, we didn't have a choice back then. Naga started around 1995. Well, this is year 2000. This is the year 2000. I assure you, Jacare was in, I think he was in, I don't know what time he got to America. Early 90s. He actually went to California for a little bit. That might have been in the 70s or 80s. These guys were around in 2000. These guys were around in 95, 2000. Dudes wanted smoke. Yeah, well, we didn't have a choice. You couldn't say I don't do gi or no gi. They were just, if there was a no gi tournament, you did the gi class. All right, guys, no gi. Take your gi top off. No gi time. You didn't have no choice. We couldn't be picky back in the day. We had to do the warm up. We had to do the drills. We had to do the techniques. We didn't talk back. We didn't complain. Everybody wanted this. Everybody back then, we didn't have the social media people nowadays. We didn't have the, there was no hobbyists back in those days. Jason says, how was Pro-Ams different from other competitions? It was just, there were no competitions. That's the thing. There were no competitions back then. So Pro-Ams, Naga, that's all you had. If Naga, you only had one Naga a year, everybody would go. You had one or two Pro-Ams, that's it. Everybody would go. You had a Grappler's Quest, everybody would go. You didn't have 50-11 tournaments. You had about 2 or 3 tournaments a year. That was it. And you probably had to drive to it too. Jacare Souza had to win brown belt. Yeah, that's how it used to be. I had to do purple belt 3 times. I did purple belt 3 times. I had to do purple belt 3 times. I knew a dude, he won purple belt twice. I knew people that did brown belt twice. Like, I'm saying placing and won. It was a different time back then, bro. We were so burned out. We kind of wasted so much time in the lower belts. By the time you got the brown and black, you kind of already tired and burned out. Ellis now said you got to go work out. He got to burn 12,000 calories. The Cuban Missile Crisis has to burn calories. He's still human, kind of. What the heck were we talking about today? Let's watch this. It says the Smashing Machine immortalized. Mark Kerr joins the ADCC Hall of Fame. This must have been a couple years ago. Yeah, 2022. Belea, you going to, not Belea, Mushmaster, you going to ADCC in Poland, bro? Says, bro, lower belts were rough. Yeah. Lower belts. And I'm not even talking about you having to step down. I got too many stories of people you had to step down because there was Team A, Team B. I'll tell that story another day. But one of my homeboys, they threatened him. They're like, all right, you going to step down. You going to have to. You going to have to step down right now. He says, maybe if we get to a commentary, if you get a commentary, yeah, maybe. I want to see Mushmaster still out there, man. You could do the Olympics and commentate. Let's watch this. It's short.
The Hall of Fame, Mark Kerr.
I'm here with the great Mark Kerr, a guy who, in my opinion, was one of the most dominant competitors to compete here in ADCC, also one of the most feared. Mark, I guess I want to get your thoughts on being inducted to the Hall of Fame first.
Well, this is, first I wanted to, thank my family, my brothers out here. My brother Michael has been with me through all this stuff, and, thank ADCC and the group for putting this together. I never imagined it would turn into this. I don't think any of us on stage understood the enormity of what we were participating in at the time. This is amazing. It absolutely is, looking at it like we're all part of history. We're all part of, there's little kids out there right now that are dreaming about doing this, which is, incredible, and I'm just proud to be part of it.
What would you say to those at home who are hoping to compete in ADCC one day or want to, be the best in the world? What would you say to those people? What does it take to get there?
Well, I have a saying, it's called YGB, you gotta believe. And it's just a little thing. It's one of the simplest things in the world, that you don't listen to anybody else. Just, follow your heart, do what you know is right. Like, there's times where I didn't, most people don't understand in the finals of my weight class, I was injured. I wasn't even going to go out the second year I competed. And Rico Rodriguez, who I ended up competing against, said, no, he said no. So we actually went and it's one of those stories where you got to follow your heart. You always got to do what's right. For a little kid that's doing this, it's amazing. The journey that you're on, even though you're alone, you're still with a group. So it's been the best journey of my entire life.
Well, Mark, thanks so much. A legend in mixed martial arts, a legend in submission grappling. Mark, congratulations.
Mark Kerr.
Mark Kerr. Now, Mark Kerr had a lot of help to win those matches. A lot of people had a lot of help back in those days, but he had a lot of help. Just watch the Matching Machine, everybody. Watch the documentary. Josiah, come on, man. Didn't you learn from Jason Whitfield yesterday? How you think Grippo gonna do anything against Mushmaster? What Grippo gonna do against Mushmaster? He ain't got nothing. I'm sorry, bro. He can't do nothing. Jay Duvall says Lloyd Irvin, Kumite, and next world champion videos are good to watch. Hard training and competition. I don't want to get hit with a copyright. I might get hit with that copyright. Leave it at that, okay? Leave it at that, Josiah. Please, just leave it. I tried to save Jason Whitfield yesterday, didn't I? Didn't I try to save Jason Whitfield yesterday? Yeah, just leave it at that, bro. Oh, you want to strike me? Maybe another day. Mushmaster said I can do it. Maybe a different day we'll cover that. That's a good series too. I don't know if the reality TV format really works for jiu-jitsu. They've tried. How many times did they tried it? They tried it in Brazil. Lloyd Irvin tried it. Who's number one? Or Flow Grappling tried it. Maybe we just let it go. Let it go. Nah, he ain't gonna do nothing, bro. Just leave it alone, Josiah. Everybody be calling you out, Mushmaster. All these people online, but as soon as they see you in real life, they ain't gonna say nothing. They're not gonna do nothing. Kai Cenat, he's a streamer too.
How did a kid from the Bronx become the first Twitch streamer in history to hit 1 million subscribers? Kai Cenat didn't come up like most streamers. He wasn't a pro gamer or an esports legend. And like most creators, his early growth was slow. So, what made the kid from the Bronx finally break through? Let's break it down.
Calling him out,
Number
bro.
1, format innovation. Kai turned streams into subathons. After years of content, Kai pivoted to Twitch in 2021, where every subscription extended the stream and triggered challenges. Viewers were not just watching, they were controlling the show. And that participatory format gave people a reason to subscribe and keep watching. The takeaway here for you is don't just sell access, open the opportunity for influence. The more people feel like they can shape the product, the faster they're going to convert. Number 2, Kai uses risk as a growth and trust engine. Kai didn't just take creative risk, he made high stakes business decisions too. He dropped out of college, he even turned down a $60 million gambling deal just as he was gaining traction, saying all money is not good money. And that refusal created a through line of trust. The same high risk, high integrity energy that fuels his content also fuels his business decisions. The takeaway here for you is every great brand is going to have a refusal moment where you're faced with the choice of taking money faster but diluting integrity, or holding steady to your values and waiting for the bigger play. Number 3, he turns streams into events. Kai designed streams as events for Gen Z men who want chaos, control, and culture in one place. They are high energy, full of shock and awe, mixing the illusion of limitless living with unexpected moments of depth. Snoop Dogg, SZA, Kyrie Irving, and many other celebrities all wanted in, turning Kai's brand into must-watch TV. So fans feel pride and purpose in being a part of the moment. The takeaway here for you is scale happens when your audience feels both included and celebrated, and not just sold to. Subscribers are not buying just content, they are buying identity. Joining the underdog who rewrote the rules, belonging to the limitless mafia family, being a part of streams that feel like cultural history. Kai Cenat shows us that a breakthrough brand isn't built overnight. It is built through persistence, innovation, and a story people want to be a part of. See you on the next episode.
Awesome.
How did a kid from the...
All right, Mushmaster, time to start streaming, bro. Time to start streaming, Mushmaster. Jason says, I watched that Lloyd Irvin documentary when it came out. I didn't know a lot of the competitors. Looking back on it now, he made some good choices. A lot of them went on to have good careers. Yeah, AJ Aggersarm, Gary Tonin. I mean, Keenan was already pretty popular. Who else was on there? Some other people. That's all I can think of right now. What's the Brazilian kid that was cheating on there? Yeah. Same thing with Who's Number One. A lot of good grapplers came out of there. LL Snap says, they need to give me a jiu-jitsu reality show. That would sell money and will mainstream jiu-jitsu for everyone. You need to be on Kick. You know, Kick, that streaming platform that Rampage is on. Because I know LOL Snap wild, so I think he would do good on Kick. You know what I'm talking about? Let's see if I can pull that up real fast. That's where Rampage is on. You might get a deal too. I never been to Kick, but I heard of it. Yeah, Kick. Yeah, go on Kick. I think that might be for you, bro. Can we find Rampage? I'm not logged in. I don't have an account over there. Yeah, I think you might. Is there somebody you can contact? Because I think somebody reached out to Rampage to set him up. As far as I know, are there any other MMA people that stream? Now, you might get canceled. I can't protect you from that, LOL Snap. I can't protect you from yourself. It's not popping up for some reason. Let me look for Kick Rampage. You know Rampage in person? Well, ask him. Why don't you ask him then? It's not coming up for some reason. Rampage worse than me? Nah, look, do the Victor Severio. The Meow Bros were there? I didn't know that. They didn't win the show though, did they? Rampage is worse than me. Do the show and we'll see who's worse. I want to see. Rampage gonna be like, man, this guy, Rampage saying the same thing about you. Rampage sitting there saying the same thing about you, man. It's not popping up for me for some reason. Let me see on my phone. Okay, it's not coming up on my phone, but he be streaming for 4 and 5 hours. Okay, I'm not at that point. I can't stream that long. He getting some okay views too. It's not popping up for some reason. Let me see. What the heck is going on over here? Is something wrong? Okay. I'm trying to pull it up. It's going slow. Something's blocking it. He says, my wife just said, you're Cuban Rampage. She walked all the way in the room to tell me that. Yeah. See? I mean, there's no difference between you and Rampage. You the same guy. You just happen to be married. Your wife. I like your wife. I had never met her, but I like her. God put her in your life to humble you. God said, I know you're a Cuban God, but let me give you this girl to humble your ass. Yeah, it's not working for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, talk to Rampage. Maybe he can set you up with a deal or something. No, there. Uh-oh. Wait. What is that? Let's give it one more second. Give it one more second to come up. What the heck is going on over here? I think, does everybody want to see LOL Snap have his own? Nah, you might get divorced though. you start streaming. If you start acting like Rampage, you might get a divorce. I'm sorry. What'd you say? He says, I talked to God. He told me, yeah. Josiah, chill out with the no-gi pants and baby daddy for a little bit, okay? Please. Sorry, Josiah. I know you got pent up energy. You go train. You save that energy for your training, bro. Please. What the heck is going on with this crap? He says, I don't know what guy you're talking to, but he needs a prayer in the outfield to win. Who, me or Josiah? Here we go. Here's LOL Snap when he starts streaming. Come on, video. Josiah said, let me chill. Yeah, please chill out. Yeah. Respectfully, right? I'm trying to play this video, then I'll jump out of here. I'll jump out of this Rampage thing. Grippo. Oh. LOL Snap. Oh. What are you talking about?
Nigga second back, but somebody gotta do it. Now I'm brick.
That's LOL Snap over there. You gonna have some girls twerking? All right, I might come to Houston if you got that. If you got that going on, I might go to Houston. I don't think Josiah. I don't know if we're gonna bring Josiah for that trip though. Where is he?
We got orange for Jeff. We got orange.
That's what gets views going. Debauchery. Oh, LOL Snap gonna do really good. LOL Snap about to do good. I think Rampage came to the DFW Dallas Fort Worth area on one of his streams. He go everywhere. Wherever there's girls, he gonna be.
With life,
we might need to do some in real life streaming like that. All right, all right, LOL Snap, you need to get on that, bro. Come on. Yeah, they might give you a deal, bro. They might set you up with a deal. Reach out to Rampage. LOL Snap says, we do a week-long stream with me and Alec. And LOL Snap's divorced by the end of the stream. Yo, LOL Snap. Well, I can't get divorced because I ain't married, so I guess I'm okay. Decides I might take them. All right. Jade says, I think Rampage came to Dallas. Yeah. He everywhere, bro. He was clearly in Asia right there. See, he be streaming in his house too, just like me. I be streaming just like that. My setup not that good though. Yo, I need an intro song like this. You got girls shaking. Is that what you guys want from my stream? He says, it's okay, my wife don't believe in divorce. Oh, dang. Where'd you find that unicorn at? And Little Snap says, don't test her, though. Don't test her, though. I can't pull up anything. Nothing's working over here. All right, let me jump off a kick. But LL Snap, look into that. You might do good on that. Now, I don't think you're gonna do good on YouTube. I think you're gonna do terrible on YouTube. We do have UFC.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
We do have UFC BJJ coming up. I'm gonna be training, so I probably won't see it, but you guys can see it. Walmart. What do you mean Walmart?
And that is the main event for the UFC BJJ Bantamweight Championship. Carrasco versus Musamechi.
There's Claudia. She looked like she want to do something.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the main event for the UFC BJJ Bantamweight Championship. Carrasco versus Musamechi.
Musamechi. Oh, what the heck? Oh, Jesus. My Brazilian, what's wrong with my Brazilians, bro? They serious. They want that UFC money. They want that 5,000. Oh, that's where you bet your wife. Dang.
Versus Maciel.
Did they fight before? I don't know what happened here.
Versus Maciel.
That was a nice push. That was a very gentle push.
That is your women's flyweight matchup. Enriquez versus Mora.
Man, nobody wants to see this match. Nobody wants to see this match at all. They done fought 20 different times. We don't want to see this match. Claudia, you suck. Not in a good way. Not in a good way. JH says, I've been going to Target. Might need to start going to Walmart. All right. Well, he's also in a different place, different part of the country than you. So he got access to different girls over there.
Levo versus Murasaki.
Is Claudia married?
Olivo versus.
I don't know what she all over the place. She done everything you could think of. Dang, Andy Varela went from title contention to undercard.
Is Lily.
Who's that? Oh, hello. Who was that? Wait a second. Did you guys see that look? Wait a second. Claudia, why are you staring into her eyes, Claudia? Someone asked if Claudia has a wife. She's looking thirsty too. It's not just us on the live stream. It's Claudia as well. LL Snap says, I went to get deodorant and nail clippers, and she was picking up some bath soap. And I walked up to her and said, do you need someone to rub you down with that? And she just looked at me and laughed. Well, that don't work for everybody. If Josiah tries that, he gonna go to jail. If Josiah tries that, he gonna go to jail. 911, yeah, go arrest this guy. Let's just look at Claudia, because what was she looking at? Look at Claudia's eyes, everybody. Look at her eyes.
This is Lily.
Ooh, she's like, what I would do to that. Oh, look at that double take. She did the double take. Who was that?
This is Lily.
Look at the double take. She's like, what I would do to that. Ooh. Claudia worse than LOL Snap. And Jason Whitfield.
This is Lily.
Who is that though? Did you see that double take? Let's watch one more time. It says you have to have confidence.
This is Lily.
Nah, I think they just work for you, bro. Don't
Tis
call
Lily.
out your baby daddy, bro. Claudia does have a wife. She's still thirsty. That ain't stopping her. Who's she married to?
Tis Lily.
Look at that double take though. Ooh, she's like, what I would do to you? Claudia, everybody married be the thirstiest people, bro. Says, yeah, looking for real. Says, I had overalls, no shirt on, and a hat with boots. So it's not about, no, you had no shirt on, freshly off the Stairmaster. She said, I need this Cuban guy in my life. Josiah, just go train, bro. Keep that. You need to put your energy into training. Put your energy into yourself. Yeah, look at who is Claudia's wife? Can we do some research? All we do is research on this show. Claudia Gadella. I want to name. Okay. Man. You know Grippo got a girlfriend, bro. Leave him alone, bro. He don't want you, Josiah. I'm sorry. All these Brazilian girls got wives. That ain't stopping them. He was dressed like a Bernstein bear. He said it's about confidence. He over there dressed like a Bernstein bear. LOL snap, you know, it don't matter what you wear. She was going to get with you. JH says, 7 ending stretch. My guys, most marriages can't get past 3 years. Aw. He's single. He had a girl. How do you know that? Uh-oh, Claudia. Oh, she like blondes. All right. Uh-oh. Is Claudia the man in the relationship? Because she must be the man in the relationship. You know, I respect whatever lifestyle you got, you know. Just don't force it on me. Do whatever you want to do. Ellis Snap says, much, I would wear overalls every day if I could, but my wife throws them away. She says she don't want you picking up nobody else. Now all I wear is tank tops and flip-flops. She said, you ain't picking up no more girls wearing those overalls. She said she's not into polygamy. People told me he's single. How do they know him? All right, Claudia got her nice little thing on there too. Oh, who's that? Claudia? Okay, that's the girl. Let me zoom out a little bit. Is Claudia the breadwinner? Claudia the breadwinner over there. Claudia, no, Claudia, Claudia is the man in the you know, not to say there's gender roles or anything, but she is the man in the relationship. This is getting into yeah. Josiah, you gotta leave Grippo alone, bro. Jade says, I was with my friend and this girl at a bar one time, and his girlfriend was making future plans, and I said, psh, you heard what happened to your boyfriend. He was previously married. Oh, Bernstein Bear. Claudia was down on one knee. Claudia got a lot of experience, everybody. He says, you just need to turn this girl out. She's not really that girl. Which girl? None of those girls. They could easily flip-flop. They could easily go back and forth for whatever they want. She just needs someone tougher than her so she can. Who, that girl or Claudia? Claudia tough, though. You want to be tougher than Claudia all the time? That doesn't sound like fun. Yeah, Claudia, the guy in there. But she's still a girl. They both girls to me, respectfully. That's a nice ring. That's the Moneyberg. Moneyberg sponsored that ring. What was she doing in that basement? LL Snap says, I wouldn't cheat on my wife. She treats me good. These girls always switch back. Yeah, they can do whatever they want. I support their ability to choose. All right, yeah. Wait, okay. Claudia had my girl Claudia on her knee. I hope it works out for them, you know.
It's coming up. I'm so excited about all the matches on this card. From top to bottom, we got world champions ready to put on a show inside the bowl the way you like, with a lot of excitement. And some of the names that are returning is Mikey Musumeci, Carlos Enrique, Kennedy Maciel, Cassia Moura, Jansen Gomez is coming in for the first time. So is Gustavo Batista. We got Andy Varela returning, Daniel Sattler returning, Jalen Fornessier versus Pedro Nakano. We got a stacked card. Don't miss it. It's going to be very exciting.
Stacked
UFC
card.
BJJ 3 is coming up.
She ain't marking nothing, bro. She was too busy on vacation.
UFC BJJ growth is that Techi is still active and compete. I think one of the biggest things that happened in UFC BJJ was him starting competing and really understanding the game of Jiu-Jitsu. And he just got done with his first match. How are you feeling?
I feel good. I feel good to be back on the mat after a year.
You think this helps UFC BJJ, you competing?
I mean, understanding what the competitors go through, understanding the intensity, understanding what 5 minutes of action really is, it helps plan, helps put things together.
Before UFC BJJ, we had a UFC Fight Pass Invitational, and the product was so different. But when Techi started competing, everything changed. It changed for the experience for the competitors. It changed the vision of the brand. And this guy plays a big role in what UFC BJJ is. What do you think is going to happen with the growth of UFC BJJ?
We're about to take over the world a little bit more, country by country. Just going to keep moving on, getting more and more kids training jiu-jitsu, getting more and more families involved in jiu-jitsu, growing the sport and building a global fan base, event by event. You know, that's why we put together a 2-3 year plan, not just one event. It's a multi-year plan of discussing and teaching and learning the benefits of jiu-jitsu and also how exciting the sport can be. Happy to be here, happy to be a part of the sport. And
part of the UFC BJJ growth is that Techi is still.
Who is that guy? Triangles. Yeah, you guys and your triangles. Claudia can't be married. She's a jewel for the world to enjoy. Speaking of jewels, Claudia, she's still doing her OnlyFans. Was wearing a jeweled leather bunny costume on stream recently. I sent the link. Is she still doing OnlyFans and she's married and she's in charge of UFC BJJ? She doing too much. Josiah, please chill out with the baby daddy talk, please. I'm respectfully asking you, please chill out with the baby daddy. Please chill out. Josiah. I'm trying to try to use some patience. Trying to use some patience today because I was yelling at everybody yesterday. Thank you, brother. I call this a combo special. Buy one, get the other one for free. LOL Snap. I don't want to hear that from you because you said you were faithful. The UFC BJJ belt sucks. Yep. She had to go to women because no man was going to take her serious after doing only. Yeah, well, I don't know. I went off yesterday. Yeah, I'm trying to chill. I was going off yesterday. I'm trying to demonstrate patience, understanding. Much says, I'd rather the sport go back to being super niche than have UFC BJJ be the face of it. I don't want Claudia to be the face of UFC BJJ, not with her history. What other sport could have someone like Claudia in charge? It makes no sense. I don't want her in charge. Go back to OnlyFans or whatever. Not to say that's wrong or bad, but she should not be in charge of UFC BJJ. Tetsi. Who the hell is this guy? Steven is that his name? Josiah, chill out with the baby daddy, please. Chill out with baby daddy. I'm asking you. I've been asking all stream. I don't want to put you in timeout. Please chill out. I know how many times have I asked though. I've been asking. That this might be my last time asking today. Okay, so please chill out. Or else you get a little timeout, brother. I feel like I'm being reasonable. Am I being reasonable, everybody? I'm being reasonable. I'm trying to be reasonable because I went off yesterday. Said you need to go off more. I gotta keep my blood pressure down. I was angry yesterday. Well, I was more angry people calling Mushmaster out, and I was like, man, come on, bro. JH says, yeah, Alec was on one yesterday. I was like, Alec, it was like, no. I was like, I ain't answering no questions today. People were asking me some crazy questions. I was like, man, come on, people. Okay, Josiah says he's gonna be good. All right, Josiah, I'm gonna remember that. I'm gonna remember that, Josiah. Who is this guy though? He's the VP of pay-per-view and Fight Pass. Well, pay-per-view and Fight Pass going out the window. Who is this guy? Steven Tessie. You know, we're gonna go to we need to go to LinkedIn. We saw that already. Our favorite over here.
Tonight, EBI 25.
That's old. He just reshares stuff. Let's go to LinkedIn. So I want to see Steven Tessie. Okay, LinkedIn. We'll be doing research on this show. More than I'm trying to be reasonable because I went off yesterday. I was going off yesterday. Give me one. Let me switch over so you guys can't see me. Do I still have a LinkedIn? I don't really use LinkedIn as much. You know. Let's see. What the heck is my password? I don't update nothing. Update the password. Get out of here. He said, hey, yo, I missed a crash out. No. Just people acting crazy. He says, I didn't even think it was possible for you to get mad. I was mad because they were calling out Mushmaster. They didn't put no respect on his name. That's the only reason I got upset. Because people say stuff online. All right, here we go. He hadn't posted. Okay, there we go. Let's do some research today. You know, this is a research channel. We do research and we dive into the details. So this is Steven Tessie, Vice President of Pay-Per-View and UFC Fight Pass. Okay, so he's the one. He says he's growing. He's growing. Yeah. He says he's growing the sport. He says, I have consulted and worked in finance for over 15 years with deals in the movie, real estate, and entertainment industries. I have extensive experience with hard money and equity-based lending. As a financial analyst, I have been very successful with finance and process management to create better efficiency. P&L, profit and loss management, data aggregation and analysis, predictive analytics, and creative problem solving. I currently work for the UFC as a vice president focused on finance, research, and OTT, and digital transactional business growth for pay-per-view and UFC Fight Pass. I guess he's a blue belt too. He says she's thinking some crazy thoughts too. Homegirl. So he's been with the UFC for 12 years. When did he get to the UFC? 2017 was 12 years ago? Oh, man. No, it's not. No, it wasn't 12 years ago. 2013 was 12 years ago. Okay. He was a director of strategy. Then he became a vice president. And then, he's been with the UFC for 12 years and 10 months. Okay. He was a founder and producer with the Desperos. What was that? It was a creative team that manages, produces, and creates the existence of the Desperos, a West Coast rock band. He was in a rock band. Where's his finance history at? Musician, finance. Okay. He was a financial analyst in international finance for private company in Beverly. What does that mean? I don't know that company. For 1 year. And he was self-employed. He was a mortgage banking, real estate, film, and equity investments for 8 years. Self-employed consultant. What kind of background is that? Is that a real background? Future Olympian. Future. You gotta speak it into existence, Mushmaster. Says they should be happy. He comes and hangs out with us degenerates. He is a future Olympian. Yeah, future Olympian. You gotta put that in your head. That's what Mark Kerr said. He's working on it though. Okay. Edwin says, I'm sorry, just caught up. I saw the look from Fionn giving the other. That wasn't Fionn. That was. That wasn't Fionn. If Fionn looks at you like that, something about to go down. That was Claudia. Easy mistake, though, because Fionn changes her hair. What kind of background did this guy have? He went from, what kind of background? I don't really understand his background. Self-employed consultant, mortgage, real estate, film, and equity. That sounds made up. And then he went to this other finance. He only did that for 1 year. He was a musician. And then he got into the pay-per-view. Or he got into UFC. Where he was a director. He was a director of strategy. Sorry. He was a director of strategy. I don't know how successful he was. I'm just looking at his... ChatGPT made up his resume. Yeah, what kind of resume? So now that guy whose finance background, we don't really know his finance background. It seems kind of a little sketchy to me. He's in charge of UFC BJJ. He's in charge of growing the sport. He's a blue belt, and he, I don't know what if he trains at all. He's a blue belt, and he got a sketchy kind of employment history. So yeah, he should be in charge of everything. You made a short video, okay. What? It says, wow, what an extensive jiu-jitsu history this guy has. He's going to do great. Wait, this is very little jiu-jitsu experience. Did Claudia hire this guy for UFC BJJ? How does everything they do confuse me? Blue belt's in charge of anything is bad. I says, I'll do you one better. Alec, future Olympic champion. I wish. Now, I might make a future Olympic champion. Give me some time. Give me 20 years. I might make myself a future Olympic champion. Let me find the right girl or girls. Let me find the right girls. I can make something. Now, I'm not sure what sport they're going to play. Depending on their height, they might be stuck wrestling or doing gymnastics. Oh, yeah. Oh, yourself. Okay, yeah. Well, Mushmaster can become a future Olympic champion. I'm saying I can make a future Olympic champion. But yeah, Mushmaster, you got the potential to do that. We just got to get you the right sponsorships. We don't want you doing construction like, you can do construction, but I'd rather you work on your judo. Travis Stevens have you building houses and not cars, but it's Alec, you pushing 40. You need to get on it to start. Hey, yo, listen, I'm good. He said you need to start humping brooms or something. Give me some time. As long as I get a little bit of money, I can find the right girl. I can get the right girl. Alec needs to coach the French women's judo team. I don't need to coach I'm not trying to coach. I'm just trying to create the future team. Says when AI has dreads, he was humping everything. Yeah, that's true. This guy, his LinkedIn shorter than my LinkedIn. How his LinkedIn shorter than my LinkedIn? And I don't even post on LinkedIn. But he's a vice president. If you're in a corporate setting, you need to be posting about your achievements, what you're doing. If he ever gets kicked off the UFC, he's gonna be screwed. Who's gonna hire him? Who's gonna hire this guy? Like, well, your background's kind of all over the place. Maybe I'm just being too harsh though. So I don't know. I don't know who this guy is. Who is he connected to? Balea. We're not gonna pull it. We'll leave Balea alone. All right, so he's in charge of UFC BJJ. Japan's paying black guys right now to go get. Yeah, they want. I already know the girls I like over there in Japan. Listen, just drop me off. I might create a wrestler or a judoka or both. Just give me time. Give me some time.
Just let it go. It is what it is. You let it go. Put it in God's hands and he'll carry it. God is great.
Is it that simple?
God is great. Don't get no simpler than that, bro.
Everybody knows that, but the way you know it now, did you know it before that incident took place?
You can know it all you want, but until you got to pick up that cross that you can't carry, and he picks it up for you and carries you and the cross, then you know. Just let it go. It is what it is. You let it go. Put it in God's hands and he'll carry it. God is great.
Is it that simple?
God is great.
Don't get no simpler than that, bro.
Everybody knows that, but the way you know it now, did you know it before that incident took place?
You can know it all you want, but until you got to pick up that cross that you can't carry, and he picks it up for you and carries you and the cross, then you know.
Sounds like Mushmaster about to go to Japan. Yeah, but Japan, I don't know, man. It's different over there, man. I don't know. It's different over there, you know. You can't do stuff the way you do stuff over here. Mushmaster said he's going to Japan now. Well, you can go there and train. Go ahead and go do. You can multitask. Go train over there and get married. Mushmaster, you good. You can get ready for the Olympics and prepare the next Olympian for yourself.
Some with weights, some without weights, just aerobic exercises. To run a lot of sprints, stamina is very important. And I think you have to somehow make sure you push yourself every time you step on the basketball court. You got to eat 3 good meals a day. I should start off with a great breakfast, pancakes, cereal, something of that nature. Go to practice, and then work out after practice, then have a great meal after practice, and then finish up on a great meal in the evening. On game days, I used to eat my favorite meal, which is 4 hours before game time, steak and potato. And I felt like that gave me the energy that I needed to go out and play a good, hard basketball game. I used to work out every single day.
My man says steak and potatoes. They love me in Japan, yeah. But I'm talking about, you know, that international relationship kind of tough, man. You think you're just gonna have fun and get the girls over there and have a kid? You got to deal with visas and citizenship. You know, they got different rules over there in Japan, and honestly, they don't want you over there. They don't want no foreigners over there in Japan. You can come visit, spend some money, but you need to go back home. Jason Whitfield says, you're right, Alec. Kobe started getting real religious after his incident occurred with a young lady every time. Yeah. All you need to do is quote the Bible. You good.
Just have that mindset when you wake up. You're like, first of all, I woke up again. So everything else is extra credit. The man above has given me another opportunity to breathe life. And let's live to the fullest. Let's make the most out of today. You can't worry about yesterday because it's history and tomorrow's a mystery. So let's live today, you know, and it's a gift. That's why they call it the present. You only live once. Just have that mindset when you wake up. You're like, first of all, I woke up again. So everything else is extra credit. The man above has given me another opportunity to breathe life. And let's live to the fullest. Let's make the most out of today. You can't worry about yesterday because it's history and tomorrow's a mystery. So let's live today, you know, and it's a gift. That's why they call it the present. You only live once.
Nah, bro, you got to marry them girls. You think you're going to leave them girls alone? Nah, you got to marry them girls, bro. Shoyro got a new gi. Oh, it's old, though. I just now saw it. My bad. I'm behind by 30 weeks, 31 weeks, but it's still new to me. Quan said it's too expensive, though. That's not a bad gi, though. That's a nice Shoyro gi. I like the plain gi. Although I do want a Krugans, though. I might have to get that Krugans gi. Andy Murasaki getting ready.
こんにちは、紫アンディです。今週木曜日午後5時、ラスベガスタイムで UFC BJJ のレビューをします。UFC YouTube チャンネルで無料ライブがありますので、ぜひトゥーニンで応援をよろしくお願いします。ありがとうございました。
I never heard Andy speak Japanese. Mushmaster about to go make himself a Andy Murasaki. He about to make himself a Murasaki over there. LeBron James hairline. Listen, Danny Thomas says, I grabbed a gold BJJ Valiant gi on sale. Can't say I dig it. Okay, cool. James Green's going to be wrestling at Penetration State 2. Okay. Awesome. Everybody getting ready. Team Otto's getting ready. Where was why isn't Gustavo Batista over there? That gear is trash. Danny Choppa, you coming after your gear. I'm not really sponsoring anybody's apparel right now. Let's see. Who was this? Ryan Bader.
Oh, Emily would be determined. She would figure it out.
Probably win.
DJ might hire the origami professional champ to come in.
Yeah, practice first for 2 weeks.
Oh, these guys looking old, bro.
He's got the peacock going.
I still remember this from when I was a kid. Look at this, and I can still do it.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, those are dynamite.
Oh.
Who from the cast would you have expected to be the best at?
They were doing that in Europe too. I thought it was just us doing that. Well, at least these guys can fold some paper. Some of them MMA fighters got Parkinson's and hand be shaking, brain be shaking. We did see this already. We saw this though. Kennedy's like, this man pushed me. That was a nice friendly push though. That wasn't a bad push. That was a nice friendly push. That wasn't, if LOL snap push you, you're gonna fall off the stage, twist your ankle. Hickson has Parkinson's. I know he has Parkinson's. My coach Doc Ray has Parkinson's too. You might see some of these other older guys get it as well. Have you guys tried these Jimmy bars? Are they any good? Do I need to eat some of these Jimmy bars?
Oh, yay! Oh, I'm so happy Jimmy Bars is now in Walmart nationally.
19 to 25 grams of protein and no sugar.
Get your Jimmy on.
He's over here.
Oh, yay! Oh, I'm so happy Jimmy Bars is now in Walmart
These girls
nationally.
short. I ain't tall, but these girls are short, bro. Them some short girls. Now, that won't deter me though. It says that's LOL snap, ain't it? Who you talking about? You know what? I should be over there too with them. I'll help you find them Jimmy Bars, girls. Mushmaster said you're gonna take Helen, and I'll take Victoria at that Walmart. Yeah, that's how LOL snap got married. He found his. You gotta watch. You can't leave your girl nowhere. You leave your girl at Walmart, LOL snap there. You let her go to Target, LOL snap there. You let her go to Costco, LOL snap there too. Now Helen was wearing some makeup over there. She was looking for LOL snap. That's why she had all that makeup on. Bro, I didn't recognize her for a second. I was like, who's this blonde girl? All right, Helen, it's time to settle down, man. You need to get out these streets. It's time to settle down with me, Helen. I'm trying to create some Olympic champions over here. Alex getting ready. What's up, Alex?
It's Enriquez. $124.5.
Like as soon as he goes, you take your car. No, you take my food and stuff. I don't have it.
And now her opponent, Cassia Morta. $124.5. That is her women's flyweight matchup, Enriquez versus Morta.
Who's that other girl?
Video.
Yeah.
That mat's not clean, Alex. That mat is not cleaned. We got some more LeBron.
If you somebody growing up without a mom, without a dad, without siblings, without a passion, without a goal, without life in general, bro, it's not over for you. The man above never gives us more than we can handle as individuals, no matter if you're a female or you're a male, no matter who you are in life, everyone has a purpose. You just have to find that purpose and then tap into that purpose. You're gonna need somebody. None of us can do it by ourselves. And this is a true testament of the last 30 days that we've seen someone not be able to do it by himself. Lock in, believe in what you believe in. Nobody else matter. You have to hold yourself accountable. You have to hold yourself to your truth. You have to hold yourself to your beliefs, and always believe in the power of the man above. If you somebody growing up without a mom, without a dad, without siblings, without a passion, without a goal, without life in general, bro, it's not over for you. The man above never gives us more than we can handle as individuals, no matter if you're a female or you're a male, no matter who you are in life, everyone has a purpose. You just have to find that purpose and then tap into that purpose. You're gonna need somebody. None of us can do it by ourselves. And this is a true testament of the last 30 days that we've seen someone not be able to do it by himself. Lock in, believe in what you believe in. Nobody else matter. You have to hold yourself accountable. You have to hold yourself to your truth. You have to hold yourself to your beliefs, and always believe in the power of the man above. If you somebody growing up,
we need that inspiration, man. We ain't got no inspiration in jiu-jitsu. It's just Jason Whitfield says this shoving at weigh-ins doesn't work in jiu-jitsu. You want some, yeah, you want some. Both players immediately pull guard and hug each other's leg for 15 minutes. Not the same as punching someone in the face. That's true. That is true. Mr. Lucas Lepre looks like he's got another school. What's going on, Lucas? He's got a new location.
Hey everyone, Professor Lucas here.
Oh, Lucas!
Getting here on the new mall, new facility. Today is a special day. We just started the construction, and yeah, I'm gonna show you guys, a little bit what's going on, and I'll show you like little by little the phase of the construction. Okay, what's going on, the time frame that's gonna be ready, and yeah.
Hey, get it, look at They're like, get out the way, Lucas, get out the way. Yep.
Hey everyone.
You guys know I train with Lucas a lot. I train a lot with Lucas. I train too much with Lucas. I trained so much with Lucas, my confidence was down. Thank you, Lucas. I train every day with Lucas. Confidence was in the toilet. Is Travis Stevens over there? Is Travis Stevens putting your school together, Lucas? Uh-oh. They named it Alliance Jiu-Jitsu, though. That's the only thing. Lucas, why you change your name? It was Lepre Academy. Now it's Alliance. They might have funded some of that too. Good old Alliance, man. You guys know LOL Snap loves Alliance. That's his favorite gym. He diehard Alliance. What's Mikey talking about?
Kevin, with an E at the end, not an I. He's a great opponent. Very explosive. I think he's stronger than me for sure. He's a little bigger than me. He definitely has a strength advantage, more power. Kind of reminds me of Hanato Kanuto. Very good at explosive subs, like flying subs, flying triangles. So, like, he's the type of guy that could catch anyone, So I have to be ready for him. I really respect him, and I worked really hard in this camp. And this is definitely not an easy match. Yeah, I think that it sucks, but I won't get credit for it. Even when, if I win this match, I won't get that much credit from those haters.
Nope.
But there's nothing really I could do. Even if I fight the best people, they're going to be mad at me anyway. So, I'm just doing me, trying to get the best matches I can. And yeah, next year I'll compete a lot more. There's always, I'm pretty healthy and young, and I just keep getting better. So I don't really care. I don't really care if critics are mad at me. I'm still competing. We have plenty of time. So now with Kevin, with an E at the end, not an I.
Mikey, why you say you fighting the best, man? Just stop it, Mikey. Stop it, Mikey. Whatever you say about Mikey, he's gonna take that as criticism. So I mean, there's not much I can do or say. He's just not. I'm not sure what I would do if I was in the same situation. I just fight, bro. I'm still competing. I still compete in adult. I do whatever tournaments I get. You know, I don't have the invites to all these tournaments, so I gotta do whatever tournaments I can go to. But I just go out there and fight, bro. You know, I mean, I'm not on the same level as Mikey. Mikey's better than me. Moneyberg's better than me. Mikey's better than me. They're smarter than me. They somehow people, if they're better than you at jiu-jitsu, they're like, well, I'm smarter than you. My IQ's higher. I make more money. Like, you see how they treat people lower than themselves. They don't give no respect. Moneyberg don't respect nobody lower than himself. I'm not saying the same thing about Mikey, but a lot of these people, think about Gordon. You think Gordon considers these people on his level? He be talking crap about the people that fight him. But you won't say nothing against Moneyberg. So yeah, pretty interesting how people interpret different things. You got Satoshi over here getting ready for Smashing Machine. All right, Satoshi. Andy really getting ready.
Apply that pressure, nigga. That's how you kill him. Nigga, them same losses turn me to a winner. Nigga, real trapper, real. Apply that.
We already saw this. You saw that 3 times already. Jason said he didn't like that, but yeah, Lucas is still in Charlotte. I haven't been up there in a couple years though. That's a kind of a far drive. We talked about Terrence Crawford a couple of days ago.
Me, you did not understand who this man was or know who this man was on the day that the city was shut down for this man, Terrence Crawford. And it's his birthday, the same day that this man is being handed the keys to the city. And then to pull him out of the car and then handcuff him?
This cop did it. Come on, dude. Not knowing who he is, this cop's trying to become famous, bro. That's crazy.
Even the mayor had to publicly write a letter of apology. He's pulled over, which is perfectly normal. At no point did this man get belligerent. Why was this man pulled out of his car and handcuffed?
I think he knew. Like, he did that to get famous. Like, he did that to get attention.
I understand there was a gun in the car. He did notify him of that. But why was he pulled out of the car?
Certain cops have like a different style, bro. They get that ego stroke, feeling that power over somebody.
You can't tell me you did not understand who this man was or know who this man was on the day that the city was shut down for this man, Terrence Crawford. And it's his birthday, the same day that this...
Yeah, I mean, they UFC lifers, bro. They of course they're my guy. They love whatever Dana White tells them to love, they're going to love. I like when Terrence Crawford was on their show, and he's like, man, you guys ain't making no money. And, you know, Cejudo had to defend... the UFC. Yeah. Can we find what let me see if I can find that episode real quick. When they had Terrence Crawford on there. You know, when you in these situations, you can't really say anything. You just you stuck in the UFC, you can't say nothing, bro. Let's see if we can find that real fast. Hopefully they're making some money off their podcast or whatever. I'm trying to find it. I thought it was closer. I'm looking for it. Mushman said he wanted Kamaru's soft shoe. Gordon considers any black belt he can call submissions on a bad black belt. I mean, it's not like he's doing a fancy submission. He says armbar, heel hook. That was all he was gonna beat people by anyway. Yeah, but Moneyberg ain't on the same level as none of those guys. He quick to call everyone else shitty, but Moneyberg shitty. He didn't say nothing about Moneyberg. He said Moneyberg better than most black belts. Mikey said Moneyberg's better than most black belts. So we gotta sit there and be what's that called when they insulted? We gotta sit there and be insulted. Yeah, we gotta sit there and be insulted by these guys. I mean, you guys support these people. I can't find the interview. It's somewhere. Yeah, I don't see the interview anywhere. Was that it?
Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the side.
Oh, we saw that already. I'm looking. I don't really see it though. What are you talking about Kayla Harrison for? Oh. I can't find what they said. He basically said they broke. And he was right though. He was right. These guys broke. Are they both MAGA? I mean, I'm not following what anyone's political. These fighters ain't got no political allegiances. They gonna go wherever Dana White tells them to go. Yeah, I can't find it, bro. I'm looking, don't see it. Yeah, I mean, these fighters, why you shouldn't be listening to these fighters, entertainers. Am I an entertainer? You might consider me an entertainer too. Can I look it up? Pound for pound. Terrence Crawford. I'm gonna look for it. I don't know if I can find it. It's hard to find anything. Where is that at? Give me a little sec. Give me a little bit of time to find this. Dang, that was right on his chin. God, dog.
Round and Terrence Crawford knew he had to make a stand. In this 6th round, that shot the round and Terrence Crawford knew.
God, dog.
So there's no need for you to even mention my name no more. Don't say Terrence Crawford.
Yeah.
You know, all these guys that see now, they say, oh, he's the ticket. Win, lose, or draw, he's the ticket. I'll fight Terrence Crawford. Come on, man. Boots had a chance to fight me. Virgil Ortiz had an opportunity to fight me. You know, but now everybody, oh, I'll fight Terrence, or I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, okay, cool. When y'all had y'all opportunity, you know, y'all went elsewhere. But now that y'all see I'm the ticket, now y'all like, oh, yeah, we want to fight Terrence Crawford. We want Terrence Crawford. That's the narrative now. We want to fight Terrence. I don't sell, so there's no need for you to even mention my name no more. Don't say Terrence Crawford.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I don't think I can find the interview I'm looking for. Yeah, I can't find it. That's a nice watch, though. Yeah, I can't find it. It's gone somewhere. Alrighty. Yeah, I want to hear him. Can I find it on YouTube? Let me look on YouTube real quick. I want to find that. You know, I can't. I always got to call the UFC out. You guys know I'm always going to call the UFC out. It's my job to call the UFC out. I got one job. That's calling the UFC out. Maybe it's a short. There we go.
Boxers get paid more than MMA. It's no comparison.
At the top?
No.
At the top?
As a whole. For instance, you'll see a guy headlining at the Spear. They probably be getting a couple of $1 million. But you'll see a guy on the undercard of a big show probably making more money than that guy.
Which guy?
Guys.
We don't want to open up the books now. We don't want to open up the books. You're right. I do agree. At your level right now.
Not me. I'm saying on the undercard. Because y'all do 1-on-1. You show up, you get 50,000. You win, you get another 50,000. You get the knockout of the year, you get another 25,000.
Let me say as for entry-level UFC fighters. When you first fight in the UFC, you might be making 10 and 10. You go out there and win, you $20,000.
Right.
To where there's boxers that maybe 7, 8, 10 and 0. Hey, you want to fight this fight? All right, 2,500. That's all I mean.
Okay, so
By
let me
that.
break it down to you.
All right.
UFC, that's like the top of the top. So we talking about the big stage. So once you make it to the UFC, you in the big leagues now. When I make it to the big leagues, when I'm on TV,
You know, Cejudo
I'm making
gonna say
more
something.
than you making when you come into the UFC.
There's one thing that we can't say about the UFC. There's no running. You know what I'm saying? How long did you have to go out there and literally chase a guy like Earl Spence before you made it happen? 5 years. How long did Floyd Mayweather had to fight Manny Pacquiao? 7 years. In the UFC, Dana White's like, you know what? You don't want to fight? Give me your belt. There's also a pride to be able to say that I'm also fighting the best competition at the right time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's somewhat of a double-edged sword.
Mhm.
There's a competition side, but then there's also the financial side too.
I can agree with you on that. Boxers get paid more.
But it's all prize fighting. It's all prize. Cejudo, you know, Cejudo got to defend UFC, and they've been screwing him over this whole time. They screwed the UFC fighters, are idiots, bro. I'm sorry. It's true. You guys actively want to be screwed over because you ain't got no power. LO Snap said you guys should have, when Randy Couture and Tito, they tried to create a union, he said, when you guys didn't join them, that was it. And it's prize fighting. It's prize fighting. There ain't no competition. You fighting, bro. There ain't no competition. What kind of competition got you almost brain dead out there? That ain't no competition, man. That's real. And boxing ain't no competition. Boxing real life, bro. You might die out there. Boxing real. Maybe MMA is competition. It's a sport. Boxing ain't no sport. Boxing for real, for real. Says they changed up the convo completely when Crawford had them cornered. They ain't got no argument. UFC fighters be making chump change, bro. Says his point was relevant to the convo, basically saying money has ruined boxing. The top guys make so much. They need to be making. What's the opposite? The fighters don't make any money? Dana White makes all the money? Says Crawford in corner. What are you talking about? The UFC 100% pays undercard fighters more than boxing does. No, they not in the same. Not for the same comparison. If you on TV and boxing, you making some money. Yeah, now a local card, UFC paying people on their main card the same as a entry level boxing fight, possibly. You guys know I'm never going to defend Dana White. Says the UFC does a lot more for fighters than their paycheck. No, give them pay. Fighters don't care about the Performance Institute, the sauna, all that bull crap. Give them more money. Give them money so they can get their own house with the sauna and the steam room, and they can hire the masseuse. They can hire that. They can hire a chef. UFC is a crappy organization. Where's Quan at? Quan, come defend UFC for me. And they always say, well, that's it. That's the only organization because the UFC put everybody out of business. So someone says, you're wrong. On a main event in boxing that features top fighters, those on the undercard are top upcoming boxers also. They get paid way more than the undercard in UFC. Being in the UFC is like making it to the NBA. So you can't compare all boxing events to UFC. A lot of boxing events are Bellator level. And it's not just because of event sales. It's because UFC has the worst profit sharing when it comes to sports. Josiah. Cejudo's point was when you pay more money, you don't want to fight the best. Well, UFC, you don't make any money and you still fight the best. What's the difference? I'd rather people pay, they get paid more money and they have good fights. Or whatever the fight works out for them. It's prize fighting. It's not this ain't no game, man. Cejudo's comparing it to wrestling. It's for the competitive spirit. No, you might die out there. Give me all the money I can get. And $10,000 to go out there and kill yourself is not worth it. Someone says, I'm a hardcore boxing fan, but honestly, how I see it, UFC fighters fight on TV way more. So even if there's not pay-per-view type guys, they always got to fight the best and fight often, which automatically means in the long run, if they keep a good record, which is tough, you just if the stars aligned and you have a winning record against the best guys in the world, and you somehow survive with your second or third job, you know, you can make it to the top. It's crazy.
Welcome to boxers get paid more.
It's crazy. The fight fans don't want to see you making money. Jason says competitive spirit is what Dana White says to his fighters when he doesn't want to pay them. Do you really want to be here? The old guys wouldn't ask for more money. They just enjoyed the fight. The old guys were getting paid more. Mark Kerr was getting paid more back in the day than most of this fighter nowadays. You know, they were selling out those shows back in Japan back in the 90s. Let's see how much Mark Kerr made. Says Henry and Kamaru had to change the subject. Dana White is robbing these guys blind. No, he's robbing them right in front of their faces. And that's crazy because it's an international sport. It says 100% most underpaid athletes given the size of the UFC, they don't deserve more money. Watch a full UFC card and you'll be bored. Well, you know what? Have less fighters, do less shows like they used to. They used to do less shows back in the day. And the UFC was better. UFC used to be better when they had a couple shows every couple months. You know, they would have a show like they would have like a couple shows every year. And you had time to like really get hyped up for the show. You know, man, those shows were really good back in the day. You could actually keep track of the fighters. Why are there 2,000 UFC fighters? Why are there 60 UFC shows a year that nobody can keep track of? I mean, nobody told the UFC to expand like this. But they wanted more shows. They wanted more brand reach. They wanted to pay fighters less. And you know what? Those other sports got seasons. UFC be all year round. So I understand you want content, you want something that's sustainable, but so the skill level of UFC fighters has gotten worse. The fighters they don't even train. All they do is whine and complain. Not about making more money, but just about getting fights. These fighters be out here because you don't even have to be a good fighter anymore. You just fight off your social media presence. The fighters, you're not going to see any more Anderson Silvas or GSPs or anything unless they come from Dagestan. And you know what? They're going to underpay those international people. They probably already do. Says, tell me you know nothing of the sport. Fighters give everything and destroy their bodies irreversibly. And you think they should earn less because you don't understand what you're watching? Says the problem is there is no competition. UFC has the biggest fan base. Well, it's the government's job to regulate that stuff. Government let them take out Strikeforce, WEC. Who else got taken out? Those are two big ones. Some other people got taken out too. I can't even remember the other organizations. Who else was around? Yeah, Strikeforce was good. WEC, Pride got bought out. Who else got taken down by UFC? Some other people. Why are they still getting $50,000 10 years later? Dana is robbing them blind, and they can't even get their own sponsors. Boxers can get 10 million sponsorship deals and keep most of the pay-per-view money. Dana takes 90% of pay-per-view. And they taking away the pay-per-view. You got to be a champion to get pay-per-view points. And they're going to take that away too. The UFC sucks. Says Terrence is absolutely right here. Even though I'm more of a UFC fan, the fighters in the UFC get paid a lot less percentage compared to boxers at any league. A prime example is Jared Cannonier, especially for a business where fighters put their health and body on the line. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it says Henry is so dumb. Crawford was only talking about the money side of boxing compared to UFC, and then Henry came out of nowhere and said, "Well, the UFC makes the fights that people want to see." The thing with the UFC is that we don't want to see the fighters. I don't care about those fighters no more. There's no more GSPs. There's no more Anderson Silvas. There's no more. Who else was good? There's no more John Joneses. There's no more, we can go back in the day. There's no more BJ Penns. Yeah, he's crazy now. There's no more Matt Hugheses. There's no more, who else was good? Yeah, all those old school fighters. There's no more, there's no more Brock Lesnar's either. You can go, Mark Coleman. We can go way back in the day. There's no more Mark Coleman's. There's no more Kevin Randleman's. There's no more. Yeah, who you want to see? I really don't really care to see most of these fighters. I mean, you guys do. It says the UFC started getting all these streaming commitments from different organizations. In turn, they had to put on more low quality shows to get to the numbers all the different platforms wanted. And now we got this. It's just watered down. The fights aren't really good. The fighters aren't exciting anymore, to be honest. They're not really martial artists anymore. And someone calling me? Oh, accident. Yeah, it's just not exciting anymore. It's so watered down. There's so many events. You can't keep track of anything. So that's what happens when you get organizations like TKO in charge of UFC. The product gets watered down, and eventually it's in the bargain bin. Somebody gonna buy UFC for $500 million in a couple years. Once it's been used up and thrown away. I don't defend UFC on this channel. What else we're gonna see? Munchmaster did send me some old jiu-jitsu videos. Let's check those out. It's from the Mundials, so that's the World Championships. I think it's from is it from? Yeah.
Pack it up, pack it in. Let me
Again. Let's go straight to the video. Oh, who's that?
Alô, rapaziada, o 6º campeonato mundial foi o maior sucesso. Os gringos vieram em peso, inclusive alguns conseguindo boas contrapesos.
É meu 6º mundial.
Esse Fábio
Hoje
Gurgel.
o campeonato centro, são lutas duras da primeira etapa até a final. Eu tô me despedindo, na verdade, esse é meu último campeonato. Tá na hora de um dos nossos para cumprir, seria uma despedida com chave de ouro aí, deixando um dos nossos para continuar o serviço.
Is that Mario Sperry? Who is that? Oh, it's a Freedom. I don't know who that was. Hey, it's Lord Irvin. Hey! It's in Brazil, 2001, everybody. 2001. That's a long time ago, huh? 2001. Some of the people on the live stream weren't even born back in 2001. Megaton is hey Mackenzie Dern. You gotta remember, all these girls were, all these ladies were little girls back in the day. That's Mackenzie Dern right there, everybody. Shout out. Look at Megaton with hair. She looked just like her daddy. What does her mom look like? She looked just like her daddy, just like Sarah Gaval. You don't have to worry about these jiu-jitsu girls. They definitely their daddy's daughter. Just like Helena, it looks like Dan and her. And yeah, look at it. It was a different time back then, bro. Oh, who was that? Wait a second.
Here we go, and I'm gonna let you.
Who was this? That wasn't Claudia. Who was that? Oh man, I missed out. I got to find a Margarita remix.
Categoria Pluma da faixa preta, Robson Moura da Academia Nova
Pluma
União, que era favorito por ser
rooster weight
pentacampeão mundial
or light
seguido,
feather?
não conseguiu passar
It's
por Ricardo Vieira
rooster
da
weight.
Academia Aliança na semifinal. O irmão de Leozinho mostrou muita garra, fazendo a melhor luta do campeonato, que carimbou seu passaporte para a final, se consagrando campeão.
Robinho versus Ricardinho. I believe that's Ricardo Vieira. Ricardinho. Yeah, I used to love that Margarita remix, bro. Hey, get out of here, Ricardo Jr. Hey. Hey. Guys, for some reason, you guys think people back in the day weren't good, man. They were good back in the day. Hey. And this rooster weight, I think it's rooster weight. Pluma. Actually, Pluma's feather. It was Pluma feather? Can't remember what Pluma. Pluma is feather. Yeah, Pluma is feather. My bad. I thought it was rooster. Ricardo back in the master team days, yeah. You could actually call this jiu-jitsu back in the day a fight, not a match. Nah, we still fighting, bro. We still fighting out there. Daniel Beleza, remember Daniel Beleza? He was on Arte Suave. That was Daniel Beleza. It was not. It was Daniel. It was a different Daniel. Hey. Yeah, I wish I got a chance to compete back then. It was, you know, before my time. My favorite part is the refs are really into jumping around everywhere.
Shaolin da Academia Nova União, após ter finalizado 2 lutas.
Who's that? Shaolin? Shaolin. You guys don't even know Shaolin used to compete. You guys know Shaolin as he's the referee at CJI. Well, he didn't do last CJI, but he did the first one and UFC BJJ. Leandro Borgo. Hey, oh shoot. They would do some weird submissions back in those days. They would have your arm twisted up. Oh, he looked like he in trouble though. He's tapping, yeah. Bruno Fernandez. It's still tough, man. It just doesn't look that rough nowadays. We still be out there fighting. I'll be out there. It's a fight to me. I'm getting kicked in the face, slammed. Shaolin versus Tedade. Oop, Tedade. Oop, Tedade. Oop, Tedade. Tedade using spider guard back in the day, bro. People don't know what the heck is this stuff? What is this technology over here? He grabbing the sleeves. Look, reverse Telehila kissing the dragon right there. Come on, Tedade. Tedade. Single leg, yeah. Tedade was doing all that stuff back then. Hey. Oh no. Get up, Tedade. Get up, Tedade. Get up, Tedade. Oop, Tedade. Oop, Tedade. Oop, Tedade. Hey, oh. Oh no, Tedade got back taking that time. Shaolin was tough, man. Old School Thursdays. We just, I don't know if it's going to be a normal thing.
Depois do absoluto, era da categoria meio pesado e dividia opiniões
Meio
de quem levaria
pesado,
o
middle
ouro,
heavy.
pois a categoria contava com dois grandes nomes do jiu-jitsu atual, Saulo Ribeiro e Fernando Margarida.
Margarida
Na
and
semana
Saulo.
anterior, Margarida foi à confederação saber em que categoria Saulo iria lutar. E veja agora na mesma categoria a luta polêmica entre Alexandre Ribeiro da Gracie Maitá e Gordo da Barra Gracie.
Gordo, you guys know Gordo from the half guard. Them guys was tough back in those days, bro. Them guys was tough back. Everybody was strong back then. Everybody was strong. Look, it's all upset. Gordo. Margarita, bro. Margarita was so good. Look at how he looked. Saulo, Horler, angry. Margarita, man, Margarita was so. Who was that over there? Oh, John Malau. Man, God, dog. Some of these guys. This is before Hodger though. Hodger didn't really pop up till about 2002, 2003. This black belt. I don't think Hodger got his black belt that early. Solo versus Murillo. I think I'm good on old school. I'm good on old school and new school. Let me see what... We didn't cover everything today, you know. Oh, yeah. I'm talking to my homeboy. I know you're not watching Nogi Worlds. Where were we? Dun, dun, dun. You know, UFC BJJ's coming up tonight. I won't be watching it, but you guys should watch it for me. Giancarlo over here. Where's he at? Film some content. Giancarlo's supposed to be opening up his own school. Where's Giancarlo at? Is anybody gonna train over there? They had an invite. They did a. Oh, you know, I gotta go watch. Who's gonna go watch Smashing Machine this weekend? I might have to go. 2003, he won weight and absolute a brown belt. Okay, well, listen, I said it was 2001. I said that's before Hodger was really. He wasn't a black belt. That's what I said. Pedro Pano 2000. Yeah, that's what I said. I said that was before Hodger was a black belt. That's what I said. I'm trying to see when he's opening up his school. I haven't seen anything on that. All right. What else were we looking at? There was something over there. Well, who's this?
So I came across this Magnus Carlsen video a while back, and he's talking about how he never treats chess like a job. He just treats it as a hobby because he loves it. And if I've ever believed in anything when it comes to the mental game, it is that you should approach your craft with a joy over duty mindset. I am so passionate about this. I have so many different reference points that I almost get overwhelmed trying to articulate these thoughts into 3 short minutes here. I'll show you real quick. That was my reaction right there to reading this for the first time in The Artist's Way. These are my notes that I took in The Artist's Way, and I just wrote a blog post. It's like a blog kind of, yeah, it's really a blog, talking about why you should approach your craft with love, joy, and obsession over duty, discipline, and grind. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole blog post with you, but I am going to share a couple of the biggest takeaways. The blog post was shared in my school community. That's a shameless plug. Go to my bio, join the community. Let's go. Here's my biggest takeaways. Magnus Carlsen says that everything must be about enjoyment. When we lead with discipline alone, we are essentially trying to force ourselves into greatness. Now, I put a quote here from a guy named Plato. Not sure if you've heard of him, but he says, nothing taught by force stays in the soul. And so with that, Magnus Carlsen also says, I have never been the person who wakes up in the morning and works 6 to 7 hours on chess like a normal job. I think about the game all the time. I play online. I look at games. Chess has always been a hobby for me. Once it starts to feel like work, it's harder for me. When his childhood coach assigned Magnus Carlsen with homework, he said immediately, I told him within a week that I didn't like the homework. I would still spend a lot of time reading books, doing the things I still do, but I would rather do them for fun, joy, not duty. Everybody always says discipline, 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 grind, grind. Like that gets so old. And anybody that's been in it for long enough at a high level understands how old that gets. I said that the word enthusiasm, I got this from The Artist's Way, comes from the Greek entheos, literally meaning filled with God or divinely inspired. This is not about fleeting emotional highs or surface level excitement. True enthusiasm is a spiritual commitment to your craft. I love that, a spiritual commitment to your craft. A recognition that what you are doing connects you to something larger than yourself. Magnus Carlsen is talking to Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan says, so enthusiasm causes obsession and enjoyment, which probably leads to better retention of information. Wow. Whereas pure discipline for just the sake of, I have to do the work to get better, you're missing this enjoyment and enthusiasm piece of it. Right? Someone once said that Elon Musk, having known him for a while, they said that he is probably one of the least self-disciplined people on earth. He just really enjoys problem solving. So this is a good little nudge for you to start playing and let enthusiasm be your guide and to join my community. Cheers. So I came across this Magnus Carlsen video.
That's good advice, you know, especially for my competitors, my whatever you do, you know, enjoy it, you know, enjoy it. I tell you guys, take care of yourselves, but you also need to enjoy your life, enjoy training, enjoy whatever you're doing. I enjoy streaming. I enjoy streaming, and sometimes I yell at you guys. I do be yelling at you guys. I'm trying to do better. I'm trying. Now it's hard though. It's hard to let me go back to where I was. We got about 10 more minutes. So we did a lot today. We did cover Moneyberg. We covered UFC. Did we cover UFC stuff? We covered a little bit of UFC. Why did I add Dana White on there? Oh, no, that's why I forgot. There we go. Dana White was on 60 Minutes. That's why I put him on there. Can we play this without getting in trouble? Ooh, we're just going to go to fighter pay. Where's the fighter pay at? We just go. That's the only thing I care about is fighter pay. And I'd be fighting for fighters to get more pay, and they be arguing with me. They be arguing. Yeah, Dana White doing better than all the fighters combined. He's made more money. He's got better connections. He's had all the girls. He's had more girls. He's had more girls than LOL snapped. He's done everything off the fighter's back. So that's why I be angry. He ain't ever fought a day in his life. I ain't seen him sweat. Well, he has been sweating. I haven't seen him naturally sweat. He been medically sweating, but that ain't the same. Let me just go to the fighter pay. That's all I care about. I don't care about this other crap. I want to hear about the fighter pay. Let's see. So you guys know Dana had a boxing background. Ellis said Alec had more girls than everyone when he had. I wish. I get more girls when I got a clean cut. The girls don't like me with long hair. They like me with the short hair. Had me looking like LOL Snap. I am growing my hair out though. We're bringing the long hair back. So you guys know Dana was a boxing. I don't think he was a boxing coach at all. I think he was a fitness coach. I'm not saying he didn't work hard. I mean, I'm just saying he didn't give the fighters their due share. That's all I'm saying. It says I have a background in boxing, judo, and karate, and a bit of jiu-jitsu. Josiah, you got a lot of training to catch up on.
Back in those early.
Oh, my family's money. I can't afford my Ferrari if I keep sponsoring this UFC. Listen, Dane, I can't afford all this if I keep supporting UFC. I can't afford my girls. Why is my screen all weird? I don't know, bro. What the heck is wrong with this crap? Yeah, why am I zoomed in? Oh, maybe I did that. Let me reset this real fast. Use preset. Wait a second. Uh-oh. Cancel that. Okay, let me cancel that. Josiah, I want you there when my dream crush fight each other. Okay. All right, Josiah. Josiah be skirting the rules constantly. Let me just see what I want to see. Dana White toxic. All right, let's look at this. So you be betting all of LOL Snap's money over here. That's money that should go to LOL Snapped. $1 million a hand, and fighters ain't making $1 million. Them fighters ain't UFC BJJ people ain't gonna make $1 million, but the fighters ain't even making $1 million either. Said we could have had a union, but Chuck Liddell ruined it. Chuck can't even talk no more. He can't even talk.
Corner. Ah, damn it. Ooh, no bueno.
He just lost. You know what I would do with $400,000? He just lost. Fighters ain't even making $700,000. LOL Snap, how much money do they owe you? Is that your money right there, LOL Snapped on that table? This I hate this guy. I really hate this guy. He grew the sport, but he also he got fat off the sport. That's your money right there. He's wasting his money. He just made that right there. And you wait, he's gonna make you wait for that money for how long? For a decade? He didn't pay you for a decade. He's messing around with that money right there. You get your money at the end of December. But how long did you wait? How long did you wait for that money? And look at this guy, bro. He's wasting the money right there. The money that should have belonged to you and those other fighters, he's wasting it right there.
This is how we do it.
A decade. Another win. You know what that money was worth? $800,000. What was $800,000 worth a decade ago? Can anybody look that up for me? 'Cause I'm getting angry over here.
For White's instincts. His gut proved golden once again in August when Paramount Skydance outbid others.
Let me look up the 800K a decade ago. Let me see. You know, hopefully we don't get hit with the copyright. That's why I'm taking a little break. You know, I'm trying to avoid that copyright. LOL Snap getting a little bit of money, but I mean, so just so you know, LOL Snap, $800,000 in 2010 is worth 1.18 milli. Can you guys see that? $800,000 is worth 1.8. So, you know, that's what you would need to be paid now to have the same purchase price as the $800,000 from a decade ago. So, and he wasting all that money, bro. You guys know I'm never going to. All right, he lying. He lying. We're going to do an episode on Scott Croker one of these days. He lying, though. He said you pay him a fair wage. Well, you know what? They're not employees. You don't get a wage from the UFC. You're not. You're an independent contractor. You don't get a wage. Well, I guess you do get a wage, but you don't get a salary. Whatever you want in UFC. You can't say what you think you can say what you want. You can't say what you want, bro. They kick you out of the UFC the next day. He said he blackballed me, had me banned from the sport. I lost everything. I was sleeping. Oh, no. Is that when you got with your wife? But I'm happy things are working out for you, brother. So they kind of avoided the talk of money, and they went to the free speech. Screw that free speech. Give them money. Give them money. Give them the money that you owe them.
We don't have to agree with it.
That you say, you know what, there got to be consequences.
It's important. Kicked out of school.
You don't.
A human being out of the
They just skipped over
See, now has offered his backyard
fight on the.
They just skipped over all the payment stuff. He lied. He did this. That meant, okay, go to another topic. So the guy tried to cheat me out of my fight check. If this was Cuba, that man would have had a machete in his somewhere on his body. That machete would have hit. And you know LOL Snap strong. Imagine him hitting you with the machete. That's it, bro. You ain't walking no more. Did we miss anything? I think we covered everything, everybody. You know, UFC get me riled up. UFC get me riled up. I'm angry now. But I'll be all right. All right, everybody. It's 3 hours. We did good today. We're gonna LOL Snap upset too. Says I approached him like a man. He told me to cry about it, and then I took it offensive. So I whooped the guy. LOL Snap. LOL Snap. LOL Snap said I'm Cuban. You can't talk to me like this. In America, they can talk to you however they want to. He said I'm Cuban. He put the boots to him. All right, and you're getting paid. Why was he trying to cheat you? Because he had money, right? Why was he trying to cheat you? Well, why does Dana White cheat? Why does Dana White and TKO cheat the athletes out of their money? Because they can. They love having that power over you. And these fighters nowadays they ain't got no brain cells. They can't wait. The Tackets can't wait to sign up for UFC, and they're gonna be crying about it. I'll cover it on the live stream. LL Snap says Scott Croker cheated me because the company was going under after Kimbo Slice lost that fight. Oh. What, they put too much money into the Kimbo fight, or what happened there? Is that Bellator or Strikeforce? How did they lose their money? LOL Snap got to start his own live stream or something, bro. He got to do his own thing. Now, you for real, check out Kick though. I think you might do good on Kick because you do crazy stuff. He was the biggest drawer on the card, and with him losing, they did legally. Oh, they bet on him. Oh, lost everything and couldn't pay the fight. Oh, dang. Well, that was a terrible business decision. That was terrible. All right, so LOL Snap, look into the kick deal. You might make some money doing a kick deal like Rampage. Ask Rampage about that. All right, everybody, I think that's it. We're gonna be done today. It's a documentary. Oh, where is it at? I might check that out. I can't stream that, of course. Get hit by the FBI if I stream that. Where is that? So we can see that. YouTube. Oh shoot. Okay, I definitely not gonna stream on YouTube. All right, so we did good this week. Monday through Thursday we're good. Friday is after work show, so we try to be on our best behavior. We also, I think we might look at the bracketing for the pans. That's coming up. And that's it, man. Hope you guys doing well. Let people know about the live stream. That's all I'm asking for you. If you guys can, that costs no money, costs no effort. Hey, you saw this live stream? Okay, simple. Good work, everybody. Josiah is doing a little bit better. LOL Snap is not as misogynist. We're doing better day by day, stream by stream. And we're trying to get Mushmaster to stream as well. So keep badgering him, everybody. Badger him to stream. And that's it. I can't think of anything else. If I missed something, hey, I missed it. All right, I'm done, everybody. I do need to make an outro, but, we'll see. I got nothing to show. I ain't trying to sell anything. I ain't got nothing to show. And that's it, everybody. Stay out of trouble. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, God willing. Peace. We're still on Twitch. I got to get off Twitch, too.